Now, with Andy Ulickney, here's the voice of the Dogs, Jim Doyle.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight from Crispin Field in Berwick, it's the Bulldogs in their 2023 home opener about to take on the Cougars of Valley View. I am Jim Doyle along with Andy Ulickney. The producer of this broadcast is Julie Lentz. Well, some teams would prefer to ease into a season. No such luxury for Berwick. Last Friday, they opened against the six-time defending AA state champion Tigers of Southern Columbia. Tonight, in their home opener, they get a traditional District 2 4A power in Valley View, a team that came within 7 points of winning the district title a year ago. So the Bulldogs have their work cut out for them tonight. Valley View coming in this game with a brand new head coach in Scott Wasilchak, and they had an impressive win in their opener. The defending District 2 champion Crestwood Comets, Valley View winning that one 21-14. Their defense was excellent. They gave Crestwood only 7 points. Another 7 came on a blocked field goal attempt. Offensively, they were pretty much held in check in the passing game until late in the game, when Casey Malzberger, the junior quarterback, taking over for Adam Hawanitz, who was the great star a year ago, directed a drive in which he completed 3 of 4 passes. The fourth one, 32 yards to Chris Salkov for the winning score with 1:19 to go. But passing is not their game. Running is. And against a usually stout Crestwood defense, they ran for 237 yards, led by Cam Higgins, 14 carries for 96 yards. For Berwick, there weren't many highlights at Southern Columbia last Friday. The Bulldogs lost to the powerful Tigers by a score of 50-0. There were some bright spots on offense, but they just couldn't maintain a play here and a play there to get them on the board. They'll try to get going in that regard tonight. They'll be doing it without their head coach, Mike Bennett, who is out for personal reasons. What they're going to do with the coaching staff is assistant Bo Orlando will serve as the interim head coach. And as usual, the offensive plays will be called by Nick Dawson and the defenses called by Roy Dennis. Beautiful night for high school football. A little warm now, but as the evening progresses, I think it's going to be just perfect as Berwick takes on Valley View. Andy Ulickney begins his 35th season as the analyst for Berwick High School football. Andy, you look at those rushing numbers from the first week. Valley View, 237 yards against Crestwood. Berwick giving up 326 against Southern Columbia. For the Bulldogs to have a chance, those numbers need to change a bit.
It does, Jim, and I think they've emphasized tackling this week. They talked about playing a more physical brand of football, but the work will be cut out. They're going against an offensive line that averages 244 pounds a man. It's a tough group. You mentioned Cam Higgins, just about 100 yards rushing last week, and yet they'll spread it out. They're a diversified offense. They can play it physically, and they can, look to put up more points they're expecting to than they did against Crestwood last week.
Berwick's legendary head coach George Curry used to tell me that the most important position defensively in high school football is the defensive end position.
Yeah.
Valley View is well suited in that regard.
Yes, they are. Stephen Halloran at one end, Rob Nolan at the other. Both had a lot of tackles last year, up well over 50, 60, 70 type range. They play a 4-man front, so that type of defensive end, a little bit different from George Curry's stand-up 5-man defensive end, but a lot of the same responsibilities with contain and pass rush. They're good ones.
Perfect night for high school football.
Oh, it can't get any better, Jim. I don't think there's any humidity. While the sun's shining now, it's still a refreshing little breeze that comes about, and as the evening cools off, it'll be even more comfortable for the players.
If this stadium could talk, what stories it would have.
Oh, boy.
1929 was the first year that Berwick played football here at Crispin Field.
Yeah, quite a legacy. You mentioned the Curry years, too. You're talking to the best in the state, some of the best in the nation. Going from grass to the artificial turf. Evolution of football, as we've seen, with helmets and face masks and different paddings and different rule changes and even the facilities from grass to artificial turf. Beautiful.
Speaking of coaches, Valley View in their history has had only 3. We'll hear from the first-year head coach of the Cougars when we return. Andy will be by later with the keys to tonight's game. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
It's the season of Discovery sales event through September 4th at W&L Mazda. Discover the exhilarating power and stunning design of the all-new Mazda CX-90, just in time for back-to-school season. Plus, all this month, W&L is offering financing rates as low as 4.9% for 60 months on select Mazda CX-5 and CX-90s. They're off Route 11 in Northumberland and online at WandLMazda.com. Financing offer valid for well-qualified applicants only on Mazda CX-5 and Mazda CX-90 models. Offer ends 9/4/23.
As a community bank, First Columbia Bank and Trust knows the value of helping our young people dream, excel, and reach their goals. For more than 120 years, First Columbia has been committed to helping our communities prosper and our youth succeed. We're proud to invest in our youth through athletics, the arts, and education. First Columbia Bank and Trust, with you and your children every step of the way.
Every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
Save today on a great selection of the best appliance brands and discover top-notch service at Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg. Browse their showroom, which features appliances in a variety of different kitchen configurations and offers appliances and water heaters for every budget. Flick Brothers showcases top names like GE and GE Monogram, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, KitchenAid, Maytag, Sharp, Amana, and built in the USA Speed Queen and Viking appliances. Flick Brothers Electric, Maple Lane, Bloomsburg for over 65 years. Call 570-784-3444.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding. Specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Berwick High School Marching Band, directed by Anthony McDonald, doing some entertaining before this home opener here tonight at Crispin Field. Bulldogs going against the Cougars of Valley View. This week's Nestle Jewelers Athlete of the Week is linebacker tight end Harrison Snyder. Nestle's will donate $100 in his name to the Shriner Hospitals. For more information on Harrison and his selection, go to Nestle Jewelers Facebook or Instagram pages. Well, Scott Wasilchak is Valley View through and through. He was an all-state defensive back for the Cougars, graduating in 1992. He was a Valley View assistant coach for 11 seasons, but this is his first season as head coach. How has that experience been for him so far?
I'm really enjoying the experience. Like you said, I've been around football my whole life, playing, and even from the time I was a little boy, my dad coached in Lakeland, and I was on the sidelines with him. So I've been around it forever. I've been an assistant coach for like 28 years at several different programs, and then this opportunity came up, and I've had other opportunities, but this was the right one. I mean, Valley View seems to do things the right way, the facilities, the program, the people. It's just been a pretty good opportunity for me, and I really have been enjoying it.
A great way to start the season, a win over the defending District 2 champion Comets of Crestwood. Besides the fact that your team won the game, what was the best part of the win over Crestwood as far as you're concerned?
You know, Crestwood was very scrappy. They played without some of their kids. They had some injuries, and we're a young team, so I was just so happy with the way our kids battled and stayed in the game and fought and came right down to the end of it, and just the whole experience of fighting and pulling that one out was a huge win for our program and for me as a coach.
And how about your quarterback, Casey Mausberger? He really came through when he needed to, didn't he?
Yeah, Casey struggled early in the game. He had a little bit of the jitters. It's new to him being a starter. He certainly has the ability, but as the game went on, I think he got more comfortable. And, when the game was on the line, he made the big throw, and I couldn't be more proud of him.
Well, now you face a Berwick team that had a tough opener at Southern Columbia, but you know what that's like because you scrimmaged Southern Columbia in the preseason. What concerns you about Berwick?
Their size and their strength and their physicalness. That first score of the season for them is very deceiving. I know enough about football to know that's not a mark of what Berwick's football team is. I think they have a fine football team, and I think they have good kids, good athletes, and tough kids. And I know we're going to be in for a battle Friday night. Like you said, Southern Columbia is just dynamite. And, just to go up against them first game of the season is not easy. And, Berwick, I'm sure they're a little frustrated with it, but there's nothing to be ashamed of there. Southern Columbia is for real.
Scott Wasilchak, in his first season as head coach of the Cougars of Valley View, he's a 1992 Valley View grad. In fact, he played at Crispin Field back in 1991. His team lost to the Ron Powis-led Bulldogs 26-13. Speaking of Ron, we had a chance to talk to him a couple of weeks ago, and Ron Powis' interview will run at halftime of tonight's game. Valley View against Berwick, 15th meeting between these two schools. We'll check the starting lineups when we return. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio, CPA, at ND Accounting and Consulting, with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
Looking for convenient and reliable dumpster rentals for your residential or commercial project? EcoFirst Logistics has you covered with dumpster rentals from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. Their dumpster rental service is designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly. Whether you're planning a construction or renovation project, junk removal, or a major cleanup, they carry a range of dumpster sizes to fit your needs and ensure that what can be saved is sorted out. On the web at eco-firstlogistics.com or on Facebook.
Save today on a great selection of the best appliance brands and discover top-notch service at Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg. Browse their showroom, which features appliances in a variety of different kitchen configurations and offers appliances and water heaters for every budget. Flick Brothers showcases top names like GE and GE Monogram, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, KitchenAid, Maytag, Sharp, Amana, and built in the USA Speed Queen and Viking appliances. Flick Brothers Electric, Maple Lane, Bloomsburg, for over 65 years. Call 570-784-3444.
Hi, this is Jonathan from Nespoli Jewelers in Berwick. We are happy to announce that once again we will have the Nespoli Jewelers Athlete of the Week throughout this football season. Each week, the Berwick coaches will choose an athlete who worked hard, was a good teammate, and put forth his best effort all week. We will announce this student athlete on this station prior to the Berwick football game, and we will be honoring him by donating $100 in his name to the charity of his choice. For more information on the chosen Nespoli Athlete of the Week, please visit us on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Something new at Crispin Field, at least for this opening game of the season. Some tailgating by Pop Radio. It's the van and the tent. Down below us to our far left, some footballs being given away. And we, of course, will have Berwick football on Pop Radio for you all season long. Tonight, the home opener against Valley View. Here's the starting lineup offensively for the Cougars. Kyle Roop is the tight end. He is a 6'1", 195-pound senior. Steve Halloran, you heard Andy talk about him as a defensive end. He is a starting left tackle on offense. He wears number 57. 6'1", 240 is senior. Logan Smith starts at left guard, number 51. 5'11", 245 is senior. Jerry Wasilchak, the nephew of the head coach, starts at center. He's a good one. First team Lackawanna Football Conference selection a year ago. Jerry is 6'2", 255 as senior. Nico Hazelton is the right guard. He wears number 59. 5'10", 220 pounds as sophomore. And the right tackle is number 68, Thomas Fiorelli, 6'2", 255 at junior. It's a good size offensive line, tackle to tackle, averaging 243 pounds a man. At a wide receiver position is Dominic Mimo, number 3. 6 foot, 175 as senior. He's a very, very valuable member of this team. Just 2 years ago, he had to fill in a quarterback because of an injury, and he led his team to the district title. Last year as a wide receiver, 8 catches, 198 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The quarterback taking over for Adam Howanitz is Casey Malsberger. He's 5'10", 180, a junior. Again, he struggled for much of the night in the opener against Crestwood. Perhaps some first game starter jitters. Was just 2 for 13, but then came alive at the perfect time on their last possession. 3 of 4 passing, including the winning touchdown pass to Chris Savkov with just 1:19 to play. The tailback, number 20, Cam Higgins. He's 5'8", 180, a senior. He has some big shoes to fill. Connor Hilling was an all-state running back for this team, who's moved on. Higgins, off to a good start. 14 carries, 96 yards in that win against Crestwood last week. They have a good-sized fullback, Preston Reed. He wears number 15. He is 6'1", 215, a junior. 13 carries, 62 yards against Crestwood. We mentioned Chris Savkov earlier. He wears number 11. He is a 6'3", 185-pound senior. That is the starting lineup for the Cougars of Valley View under Scott Wasilchek in his first year as head coach after 11 as an assistant. He replaces George Hawanitz, who stepped down after last season. George had a successful tenure, 16 seasons, 116 and 68, his career mark. And I mentioned they've only had 3 coaches in their school's history. Frank Pizzalia had the longest tenure from the very start. And then one of his players, George Hawanitz, took over. And then another former Valley View player, Scott Wasilchak, is in the head coach's seat right now. The starters for Berwick at the tight end, number 34, Harrison Snyder, 6'3", 220, a senior. The left tackle, number 56, J.J. Leonard, sophomore, 6 foot, 230 pounds. Liam Carroll starts at left guard. He wears number 78. He is 5'10", 232, a senior. Gavin Jones is starting center. He wears number 51, 5'7", 195, a junior. Matt Gordner is the starting right guard, wearing number 62. He is 6 foot, 265, a sophomore. And the right tackle is a big junior. It's 6'1", 268, Chase Shuckers. At the wide receivers for Berwick, number 11, Billy Hansen, 6'1", 168, a junior. Number 20, Ty Wilkerson, 6'1", 165, a sophomore. Ethan Lear gets his second career start as the quarterback, 6'1", 185, a senior. Just 3 for 5 in that opening game against Southern Columbia for 13 yards. He did carry the ball 8 times for 36 yards. He is an excellent running quarterback. The leading rusher for the Bulldogs in that season opener was senior Tyler Winter, 5'7", 165 pounds, 16 carries against Southern Columbia for 82 yards. The fullback's number 33, Jimmy DeAndrea, 5'11", 195, a senior. We know he has terrific speed. We know that because in a preseason scrimmage against Central Columbia, he ran 84 yards for a touchdown. We know that because against Southern Columbia last Friday, he had the longest run of the game for the Bulldogs, unfortunately called back by a holding call. So Jimmy DeAndrea, starting fullback for the Dogs tonight, who come in 0-1, that loss to Southern Columbia in the opener. Again, the Bulldogs will be coached tonight by interim coach Bo Orlando. This is the 15th meeting between these two schools, 11 of them in the postseason. Valley View leads 9-5, and they've won 8 straight, but a lot of close games, including the heartbreaker last year in Peckville, where Berwick led 14-3 after 3, and then could not hold that lead in a loss to the Cougars, who make their way on the far side of the field. White jerseys, white pants, blue numerals, blue helmets, and gold trim. Still awaiting the arrival of the Bulldogs to come out of their field house across the way to our right. Berwick against Valley View. The keys to tonight's game, Andy Lickney.
The keys, let's start with Valley View, their offense. They need to stay diversified, Jim. They'd like to balance the run and the pass. And last week against the Comets of Crestwood, the run was the strongest part of the offense. The pass needs a little bit more work. In the running game, 38 rushes for 231 yards. That's strong. They have a very good offensive line, 244 pounds a man. That's nice size up front for high school. Among the runners, Cam Higgins is the leader, just about 100 yards on the game, 14 for 96. So they have no problem with that. Now we'll see how it goes against the Berwick defense. The passing game, though, still needs to evolve. We're looking at a young quarterback in Casey Malzberger. His numbers weren't good, just 5 of 17 passing. But he was able to convert on a big one in the final minutes of the game, a 32-yard touchdown pass to Chris Savkov. But overall, 5 of 17 isn't quite doing it. How does Berwick combat that offense? Well, they'll use their new 3-5 defense. Still new, still working out some of the bugs, and not all the intricacies worked out in that look. And they feel they really need to improve their tackling. Against Southern Columbia, it was a lot of arm tackling, a lot of lunging, not squaring up enough. So they worked a lot this week on tackling, and they hope that if they improve on the tackling, they'll improve overall on their defense. When Berwick has the ball offensively, Mike Bennett told you in the interview he wants to get more people involved. It was a bit of a limited offense because, well, they had limited offensive plays. Southern Columbia plays keep away, and you don't get that many opportunities. You say what worked lately, and you go back to that, and before you know it, you're not using all your playmakers. So they do want to establish more in the run. Tyler Winter, he was fine. But Jimmy DeAndrea, he's a talent, as you mentioned. He can take off sprinting. He just needs more touches to have that possibility. So a little bit more of Jimmy DeAndrea. And also I think the quarterback, Ethan Lear, will be running a little bit more. It's part of the system in this diversified running attack to run the quarterback. Keep an eye on Ethan Lear. If the run game goes, then you hope that the play-action passing and things go well off of that. They have good speed at receiver. Billy Hansen, Ty Wilkerson look good. And don't forget about that tight end in Harrison Snyder. He's a weapon that still has yet to be seen what he can do when you unleash him. Great blocker in that, but he can create some mismatches in the secondary if linebackers trying to cover him. Valley View will try to cover Berwick with their 4-4 defense. Southern runs basically the same front. But Southern's a more aggressive, more attacking look. They blitz a lot more. Valley View a little bit more read and react. They rely a lot on their defensive front four, especially the 2 wide men, those defensive ends. We featured them already. Stephen Halloran last year had 71 tackles as a down defensive lineman in that 4-4 look at defensive end. And on the opposite side, the bookend Rob Nolan with 56 tackles to his credit last year. So that's the way I see the keys, and I see Berwick's coming out of their half house ready to break on through that Berwick Bulldog banner, Jim.
The sun has covered most of the field, just part of it in shadows here prior to this home opener for Berwick. The officiating crew, the referee is Earl Harris. John Basic is the umpire. The linesman will be Jeff Thomas. Tom McCollum is the line judge. The field judge is Rodney Williams. And Aaron Nibbert is the side judge as the Bulldogs now make their way on the near side of the field. Berwick, blue jerseys, white helmets, white numerals, white pants, and trim. Again, Berwick trying to break an 8-game losing streak in this series to Valley View. Many of those games very close. In fact, 5 of the 8 by single digits, including that game last year, 24-21. Again, of Berwick's 7 losses a year ago, that's probably the one that stung the most because Berwick played very well on the road at Valley View and led after 3 quarters, 14-3, and quite frankly outplayed the Cougars for a majority of the game. But sometimes it comes down to the very end, and Adam Hawanitz at the quarterback controls led his team to that win. Captains meeting at the center of the field. We'll be back in the kickoff to start tonight's action. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
Drive your new GMC home today. New vehicles have been hard to come by. So at Alexander Family Buick GMC, we've been telling you to reserve your new GMC truck or SUV. But with 25 new GMCs in stock now and 25 more to arrive soon, you don't have to reserve one. You can drive one home today. And with the highest trade values, the lowest rates, and the Blaze Alexander lowest price guaranteed, now is the time to drive one off our lot. Shop online where we're always open. Alexander Family Buick GMC in Bloomsburg. Taking the deals the other guys won't.
Proud sponsor of Penn State Athletics.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with prearranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Planning your next big event? Weddings, concerts, church festivals, even construction sites. Preferred Portables has you covered. Preferred Portables offers a luxury restroom trailer that even has hot water. No power? No problem. They can provide a generator to keep the lights on. They even provide sanitary service to campgrounds, parks, parties, and have 24-hour emergency service. Contact Preferred Portables to learn about event and contractor pricing. Check out their website, preferredportables.com. We're number one when you have to go number two. The subs at Bob's Subs and Pizza in Berwick have so much meat in them you'll be having leftovers for days. The Italian is piled high with fresh slices of ham, capicola, salami, and pepperoni on a freshly baked bun. Bob's cheesesteak oozes with cheesy goodness woven into a mountain of thinly sliced ribeye steak. So if you're tired of bland, unsatisfying subs, Bob's Subs and Pizza in Berwick is your new go-to. With over 22 different kinds of sumptuous hearty subs, you'll find just the one or two to cure your cravings. And the pizza at Bob's Subs and Pizza, oh, it's so good. Bob's Subs and Pizza in Berwick. Taste the difference.
Don't let orthopedic issues keep you from doing what you love. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute is your orthopedic partner in Hazleton. With same-day appointments available, our team of experts treat everything from joint pain and sports injuries to orthopedic trauma. Live life fully again with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, located at 26 Station Circle in the Humboldt Industrial Park. Visit lvhn.org/ortho or call 833-LV-ORTHO. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Hi, this is Jonathan from Nespoli Jewelers in Berwick. We are happy to announce that once again we will have the Nespoli Jewelers Athlete of the Week throughout this football season. Each week, the Berwick coaches will choose an athlete who worked hard, was a good teammate, and put forth his best effort all week. We will announce this student athlete on this station prior to the Berwick football game, and we will be honoring him by donating $100 in his name to the charity of his choice. For more information on the chosen Nespoli Athlete of the Week, please visit us on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas, now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
The home of the Berwick Bulldogs. This is W234BH Berwick at 94.7, WBWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, W288CF Danville at 105.5, and streaming online at thisispopradio.com. Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
Weekend number 2 of the 2023 high school football season kicking off tonight here at Crispin Field in Berwick. Home to Bulldogs football since 1929. It's the Bulldogs against the Cougars of Valley View. Berwick won the toss, deferred to the second half. They will kick off, and Valley View will be moving from our right to our left. Cam Higgins and Nick Koharski deep, anticipating the opening kickoff from Luke Peters. Great fouling from Valley View. They made the long trip down across the way as Peters left foots it high and down at the 10-yard line. Cam Higgins on the return has an opening. 30, 35, 40 and out to the 41-yard line. Cam Higgins with a nice return. He's brought down by Cam Gomez of the Bulldogs. And Valley View will put it in play against a Berwick defense that lines up with Mike Felt, Chase Shuckers, and J.J. Leonard, the front three. Outside linebackers, Harrison Snyder and Braylon Hawkins, Liam Carroll and Jimmy DeAndrea inside. Caleb Bay and Josh Kishbaugh at the corners, Billy Hansen and Alex Estrella at the safeties.
Nice play on the kick return also by Berwick, coming in nice and strong.
1st and 10, Valley View from their 41-yard line. The give straight ahead is the fullback press, and a good defensive work by the Bulldogs. Little or no gain on the play.
If not a loss, they really did stack it up. Nice play action faking the quarterback and Higgins continuing off to the left, but the fullback trying to dive it up the middle. Just the push of the offensive front against Berwick's 3-man line. And Berwick's 3-man line won that match. Jay Shuckers coming up strong in the middle.
Gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9 for Valley View. Give off the right side as Higgins tries to turn the corner and does so and gets some good yardage out to the 49-yard line. Cam Higgins, a speedster, got the corner. Good gain to bring up 3rd and short for Valley View.
Caleb May, the left cornerback, had to come up and eventually get the stop. Berwick lost contain early, as you mentioned, Jim. It was blocked well, and Higgins has the speed to get on the perimeter.
3rd down and 2 coming for Valley View. First 3rd down situation of this game. Again, they have a big fullback in Preston Reed. They have a power eye to the right. And Higgins gets the call, and he's got lots of running room on 1st down to the Berwick 44-yard line on the far side of the field.
Again, getting that corner with the additional blockers. 2 running backs leading the way. And Caleb May has to come up and make the stop yet again, but Berwick needs a little bit more out of the outside linebacker and the defensive end on that side.
1st and 10, Cougars at the Berwick 44-yard line. First possession of the game. Chris Savkov wide to the right. Dominic Nemo wide left. Offset eye behind Malsberger. He's back to throw, and he fires to the side, and making the grab is Savkov before he goes out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So a good 1st down play. Pickup of 6, 2nd and 4.
Real nice timing on that. Quarterback got it, took 2 quick little baby steps back, and then heaved it out on the quick out. Savkov has nice size. He's 6'3", right on the sideline, but taps the feet in bounds.
2nd down and 4, Cougars. And flags are first of this game.
Earl Harris, the referee, I think he saw some movement on the inside. He'll give us what the action was. It's going to be 5 yards against Valley View on the movement in the interior line.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Valley View. Again, the Cougars in the head coaching debut of Scott Wasilchak last week. Nice win for them over Crestwood, the defending District 2 champions that had beaten the Cougars twice last season. 2nd down and 9. McLean wide to the right side. There's a slot to that side as Malsberger gives the ball to Higgins. He is stood up, tries to break away, makes a good effort to get to the 41, but that's great penetration by the Bulldogs. Mike Fell, a 235-pound senior.
Braylon Hawkins was able to square up as well, Jim. He's the outside backer on that side. He came up, saw the man squared up, could have bring him down. He eventually had to get some help, but limited the play to just about a 2-yard gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 7. As Malsberger goes to the sideline, he will not be the quarterback for this 3rd down and 7. It looks like they put Zach Swalinski, a number 1, in there. And he rolls left to throw. He's going to keep the football, and he has the 1st down and then some. 20, 15, knocked out of bounds around the 10. So on 3rd down, they go to a second quarterback, Zach Swalinski. He turns the corner, gets a huge gain.
Last week he had just 1 carry for 20 yards, Jim, and here he's going to match that. They faked everyone to the right. He came to the left with a pulling guard, and it looked like run by design. Right-handed quarterback rolling left, the design to run, and he certainly made it happen.
30 yards on the carry by Zwilinski. 1st down for Valley View at the Berwick 11-yard lines. The Cougars threaten on their first possession. Savkov wide right. Nemo in the slot to that side. Malsberger back in there. Gives to Preston Reed, the big fullback, inside the 5, where he's helicoptered down at that point by Billy Hansen from the secondary.
Josh Kishbaugh also coming up, helping in on that play, but too easy, Jim. They're getting through the first and even the linebacker level. And a big bull like that running is going to be hard for people in the secondary to bring down.
2nd down and 4. Valley View on the march off the opening kickoff at the Bulldog 5-yard line. Power I to the left. Higgins is the tailback. He gets the call off the left side. Cam Higgins will get just to the 3-yard line.
Nico Latzinski playing it tough up front, giving a stiff arm, double power move with the arms to the man, shedding and going off to his right. He'll gain a little bit. It'll be a 3rd and a long yard. Another yard after that's the touchdown.
Yeah, it looks closer to 2, maybe 3 as we look at the sticks across the way. The ball at the 3-yard line. Again, the power I to the left. Higgins, the tailback. He gets the call off the left side, headed to the end zone, and Cam Higgins is in for a Valley View touchdown.
Use the offensive line and use the power running backs throughout the drive, Jim. Just the one completed pass, the 6-yarder to Savkov. But mixing in Higgins with his speed, Preston Reed with his power, and the quarterback surprise with Zach Swilinski for 30 yards. Very effective opening drive for the score.
Extra point attempt coming from Jacob Cabelli. His extra point is up, and the kick is good. Time on the field. 7:49 to go. First quarter play, Valley View 7, Berwick nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Check the size of the 77. They said they switched some of the white.
First possession for Valley View. Sorry, we were talking off mic, and it got on mic. 7:49 to go. Valley View with an impressive drive to start this game. 9 plays. 59 yards. Cam Higgins in from 3 yards out for the score. Jacob McKelly with the extra point. 7-0 Valley View. Berwick's going to get their first chance at the football. Swilinski will kick off to the far side. Tyler Winter at the 13-yard line to the 20, to the 25. Tyler Winter with a good return over the 30 out to the 32.
Patrick McIntyre meeting him head on and bringing him down.
So Berwick will get it for the first time. They'll be going against a Valley View that has great bookend defensive ends and Rob Nolan and Steve Halloran. Jake Conrad and Nick Williams are the tackles. Inside linebackers, Zach Swilinski and Gianna Marino. Outside, Patrick McIntyre, Robert Sebastianelli. The corners, Cam Higgins and Nick Koharski, and Chris Savkov is the safety. So first snap coming of the game for the Bulldogs. They got their play on the sideline. They come straight to the line of scrimmage. It's an I formation behind quarterback Ethan Lear. Wilkerson comes in motion to the right. The call goes to Winter, and he's hit and dropped for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. No one got any blocking on that defensive end, and it'll be a loss for Winter.
Rob Nolan, one of those defensive ends we've been touting, Jim. Backside, but really read it quickly. Slashed on in before Winter could even make a move. He'll lose about 5.
Second down call coming. The ball back at the Berwick 28-yard line. Bulldogs will send 3 receivers to the left. Lear out of the gun. Has the snap. Fake handoff, keeps the football, gets some yardage out to the 31, maybe the 32-yard line.
Patrick McIntyre in there at linebacker, Jim, made the tackle on the kick return. Now he makes the tackle, reading the quarterback as Berwick tries to make something happen through a little trickery formation, wide, spread people out, run the quarterback. McIntyre in position to make the stop.
3rd down and 11. Berwick just short of their own 32-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. Lear will operate out of the gun with Winter to his left. Ethan Lear back to throw. Man in his face. Gets the pass away. Incomplete. Berwick wants a penalty. They will not get it. Pass intended for Josh Kishbaugh.
Cam Higgins had really tight man coverage. Jim, so tight that when he broke for the ball, it looked like there was going to be interference. I think I would have let that one play through and not thrown the flag.
Gianna Marino had great penetration in on the quarterback. He was in the face of Lear, who made a pretty good throw despite it.
Yeah.
Luke Peters will punt it away on 4th and 11. Line drive kick. Higgins comes up, makes the catch, and is brought down immediately by Josh Kishbaugh.
Yeah, real nice. Timed it well. Hit him any sooner than that, you're going to get called for a catch interference. But as soon as the man touched the ball, he took him right down at that spot. Nice play by Josh Kishbaugh.
Ball at the 42-yard line. Again, Valley View with their second possession. The second time they've had good field position. The first time at their 41, now at their 42, with 6:17 remaining in this opening quarter. And Valley View leading Berwick by a score of 7-0.
Power running's been the key. Preston Reed, the fullback's been leading the way.
And he is lined up to the left as taking the snap and getting to about the 44-yard line is Nick Koharski. So Valley View has used 3 quarterbacks already with still 6 minutes to go in this opening quarterback. Koharski picks up 2 to the 44, 2nd and 8.
Quarterbacks with different skills, Jim. Some run better, some pass better, and no better time to make a quarterback change than on first down, where a defense just may not catch on.
Malsberger is back in there. Under center with an I formation behind him and a wide receiver to either side. KC Malsberger, play action, back to throw, has some time, rolls right, looking, fires to the sideline, and Nemo dropped the football. Well, he was right at the sticks for a first down. Good throw by Malsberger, but it goes as an incompletion. It'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Cougars.
Yeah, an obvious drop. Quarterback was rolling to the right, and as pressure came, kept rolling, able to square the shoulders and make the throw off the right side. Right on target. Nemo might have been thinking, I need to catch this, make a move to get the chains, and ended up losing his concentration and dropping it.
So 3rd down and 8. Valley View scored their first possession. Bulldogs need a stop here with 5:30 to go in the opening quarter. Nemo, Savkov, McLean, 3 receivers to the right. Reed, the lone running back, and Valley View's Scott Wasilchik doesn't like what he sees. He'll call the timeout with 5:30 to go in the opening quarter. His team leading 7-0. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
Planning your next big event? Weddings, concerts, church festivals, even construction sites. Preferred Portables has you covered. Preferred Portables offers a luxury restroom trailer that even has hot water. No power? No problem. They can provide a generator to keep the lights on. They even provide sanitary service to campgrounds, parks, parties, and have 24-hour emergency service. Contact Preferred Portables to learn about event and contractor pricing. Check out their website, preferredportables.com. We're number 1 when you have to go number 2.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
5.5 minutes to go, opening quarter here at Crispin Field. Home opener for the Bulldogs. They trail Valley View 7-0. And following the Valley View timeout, Berwick needs a stop. Cougars at their own 44-yard line, facing a 3rd down and 8. Malsberger is not the quarterback. We've seen 3 already. Looks like Swilinski, who had that long run on their opening drive, will get the snap, and he is in the shotgun with Preston Reed to his right. 3rd and 8. Swilinski, quarterback draw. He will get nowhere. He is buried back at the 36-yard line.
It's number 56, Jim, and the program says Rocco Romeo. Who's
J.J. Leonard.
J.J. Leonard.
Leonard makes the big play back at the 38-yard line. Leonard, just a sophomore, good size. Boy, he got great penetration. It's going to be a quarterback draw. No chance for Zwolinski. And now Zwolinski back to punt. So Bulldogs get the stop they really needed here in the early going. Zwolinski's kick is a low line drive, bounces at the Berwick 44. Not a good kick. Will go dead, and the Bulldogs will have it at their 42-yard line for their second possession of this game. They trail 7-0, 4:45 to go in the opening quarter.
I had to chuckle, Jim. Berwick had a man standing around the bouncing punt. To me, that's a cardinal rule. I'd have the guy running laps for the whole practice. No reason to be near it. But while he's standing there, Adam Nuschel of Valley View grabbed the player and tried to throw him into the football to make him touch it. I think it's a smart play.
So the Bulldogs with good field position for their second possession as they move from our left to our right in this opening quarter. Billy Hansen splits. Right. The give.
And shifted and stopped, and then Wilkerson on the same side comes in motion, takes the handoff and turns it upfield. He stretched that for about 4, Jim. I didn't think he had that much, but he ran tough at the end.
Yeah, they do give him to the 46-yard line where it's 2nd down and 6 for Berwick. Fast-moving first. Lear gives the ball to DeAndre, has running room into Valley View territory, still on his feet, great effort to the 38-yard line. Jimmy DeAndre, we know he has speed, we saw some power there.
By DeAndrea.
16 yards on the carry. 1st and 10. Yard line. He'll pick up about 3.
Linebacker Nick Williams catches him, but he was standing straight up, and Jimmy DeAndrea kind of drove him for an extra yard on nice power. After the long run, comes up with another 4-yarder here.
So Berwick, 2nd down and 7. They have it at the Valley View 35-yard line. As Alex Estrella, one of a number of young speedsters on this team, is in the offense. He's lined up wide to the right. Another of those speedsters, Ty Wilkerson, in a slot to the right. 2nd down call coming. Lear fakes handoff, keeps the football straight ahead, stretches for a yard or 2. The 34, maybe the 33-yard line. 3rd down coming for Berwick.
Zach Zwolinski played that well. We've seen him offensively take the ball at quarterback. Now from the defensive side, comes up and makes a nice hit after the quarterback fake, and then the quarterback running up the middle.
3rd and 5, Berwick. Probably 4-down territory as they have it at the Cougar 33-yard line.
And when you know it's 4-down territory, Jim, it's not out of sync to run this particular ball, either with the quarterback or the setback with him.
Lear has the snap, quarterback draw, has some running room, and down at the 30-yard line, just short of the 1st down yardage.
It depends on the spot, but I think he was in the air and he had the ball in front of him. It's going to be about 2 yards that he's going to need. I thought closer to 1 with a good spot, but they're right on top of it.
Yeah, they mark it to 31, so this is 4th and 3 for Berwick as they look to the sideline. Assistant coach Nick Dawson for the play call. 1:35 to go in this opening quarter. Big call coming for Berwick, 4th and 3.
Ball on the right hash, wide side of the field to the left. As a coach, I often think go wide side. You have more room. We'll see what Berwick does.
They may have to call a timeout here, and they do.
Yep.
Just a couple of seconds left on that play clock. 7-0 Valley View, 1:23 to go in the quarter. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
As a community bank, First Columbia Bank and Trust knows the value of helping our young people dream, excel, and reach their goals. For more than 120 years, First Columbia has been committed to helping our communities prosper and our youth succeed. We're proud to invest in our youth through athletics, the arts, and education. First Columbia Bank and Trust, with you and your children every step of the way.
Every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Big call coming for the Bulldogs of Berwick. They trail Valley View 7-0. 1:23 remaining in this opening quarter. And following Berwick's timeout, the Bulldogs will face a 4th and 3 at the Cougars' 31-yard line.
Time to think the play through, Jim. It's just a question of the clock running down and worried about the delay, but also a critical play we would really like to convert here, keep the drive going.
Harrison Snyder is checked back in. He's the tight end on the right. Pistol, DeAndrea, behind Ethan Lear, who has the snap. Fakes, keeps the football, and he's going to be stopped short, I believe.
I agree. Depends on the spot. He went airborne, and he's very near the marker. Well, maybe
not.
I think you bring the chains over. Valley View. Nope.
So a big defensive stand for Valley View as Berwick on their second possession went from their own 42 to the Valley View 31, but 4th and 3 come up short at the 29, 1 yard short of the first down, and the Cougars get it back.
They do. Berwick was able to stuff them on that last series. See if they go back to their more traditional power. It's power I now.
And they shift to an empty backfield. Malzberger under center. He's back to throw. He fires as a flag down the play as Rook, the tight end, makes the grab at the 39-yard line. He is brought down there by Billy Hansen. Billy Hansen made the stop for the Bulldogs, and it will be a shift. It's number 66 who we're questioning for Berwick. Questioning him only because we don't know who he is, has come on as there's a 5-yard walk-off for Valley View to the 24, be 1st and 15.
Berwick apologized to us. There was a new set of jerseys that came in, and they tried them on a little bit late. Some fit, some didn't fit. And some guys had to change their numbers. We tried to get some of it straight. I was down the field. I was even paged back to the press box, Jim, but we didn't get them all.
From the 24, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Malzberger rolling right. In pursuit, Harrison Snyder. Malzberg keeps it and is forced out of bounds across the way.
Forced out of bounds rather physically, Jim. They're not just going to let him walk away. I believe it was Lotzinski who was able to give him that final push. They lost 5 on the penalty, and they're going to give him about a half a yard on that quarterback roll.
He'll give him 2 to the 26-yard line. The second down and 13 for Valley View as we come down to 1:04 remaining in this opening quarter. Ball at the Cougar 26-yard line. And slow developing in that huddle. Down to 1 second on the shot clock. They really have to hurry, and they call a timeout, and they did, to prevent the penalty. So they have just one timeout remaining in this opening half. 1:04 to go in the quarter. 7-0 Valley View. You're listening to Bulldogs football and Pop Radio.
Save today on a great selection of the best appliance brands and discover top-notch service at Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg. Browse their showroom, which features appliances in a variety of different kitchen configurations and offers appliances and water heaters for every budget. Flick Brothers showcases top names like GE and GE Monogram, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, KitchenAid, Maytag, Sharp, Amana, and built in the USA Speed Queen and Viking appliances. Flick Brothers Electric, Maple Lane, Bloomsburg for over 65 years. Call 570-784-3444.
This is football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Shadows have enveloped the entire field here at Crispin Field. It's the home opener for the Bulldogs. They trail Valley View 7-0, 1:04 to go in the first quarter. Valley View just used their second timeout. They did it to prevent a penalty. That play clock was winding down. And now they face a second down and 13. They have it at their 26-yard line. Referee Earl Harris over talking to Bo Orlando, serving as Berwick's interim head coach tonight, and they wanted to get something straight on the play clock. So here we go, second down and 13 for the Cougars from their 26. Allsberg has the snap, gives the ball to Reed off the right side. The big fullback doesn't get much. Defended pretty well by the Bulldogs at the 29-yard line. So they'll pick up 3 on the play. Now it's third down and 10 as Berwick will get a lineman out. They'll get Ty Wilkerson in as an extra defensive back. The ball at the 29, third down and 10. As Sovkov wide to the left side. Nemo in a slot to that side. Out of the gun. Allsberger rolls left to throw. Big pass rush. Fires across his body to Sovkov, who makes the catch and gets both feet in bounds for a first down. That is a terrific all-around play. First of all, Allsberger, that's a tough throw. Right-hander rolling to his left. And then Sovkov tiptoes that sideline, makes the grab, and they convert on a third and 10, a 12-yard pickup.
6'3", Jim. He has the arm length to be able to go up and make it, and yet still control the feet. He had both inbounds in high school. He only needed the one, but he knew where he was. He had the foot position to be able to tap on in and still make the catch. And yes, a challenging throw for a right-handed high school quarterback.
Give him 13 on that reception. First and 10. Cougars at their own 42. Fake to Higgins. Walensky is in there, and Harrison Snyder got on him, couldn't make the tackle, but then he got some friends to do it for him, as they'll pick up just about a yard on the play.
Yeah, Harrison Snyder came through, was able to grab the man running away from him who had a better angle. Slowed him down enough until the defenders came.
There is a flag down on the play on the far side. There's a face mask against Berwick. So they make the good defensive play, but it's nullified by the face mask.
Couldn't see it from this side. The bodies didn't block us, Jim, but the officials right on top of it. 5-yard face mask penalty. Often see them for 15, but 5.
And that is the end of the first quarter of play with the score. Valley View 7, Berwick nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Ridge Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Ridge Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Ridge Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
Looking for convenient and reliable dumpster rentals for your residential or commercial project? Eco First Logistics has you covered with dumpster rentals from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. Their dumpster rental service is designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly. Whether you're planning a construction or renovation project, junk removal, or a major cleanup, they carry a range of dumpster sizes to fit your needs and ensure that what can be saved is sorted out. On the web at eco-firstlogistics.com or on Facebook.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
1 quarter of the books. Here, the home opener for the Bulldogs. They trail Valley View 7-0. Valley View moves from a left to a right in this quarter. They face a 2nd down and 5. They have the ball at their own 48-yard line. Again, the Cougars took the opening kickoff, put together a nice-looking 59-yard scoring drive, capped on a 3-yard touchdown run by Cam Higgins. And McKelly with the extra point. That's the difference here. 7-0. Valley View. Slot to the left side. McLean. Far left. I formation. A toss to the tailback, Higgins. He gets by one man. Boy, good effort by him, but he fumbles the football. It's loose at the 47, and Berwick's on it. Billy Hansen comes up with the ball. Second effort by Higgins, but he pays the price.
Liam Carroll crashed on down from the outside. He grabbed the ankle and wouldn't let go. So we saw Higgins fighting and dragging Carroll for an inch, for 2 inches. But then as he's still up, the ball gets jarred away from him, and that's a huge turnover. Berwick takes over.
And in good field position, their own 47-yard line. We're just underway in the second quarter. And the Bulldogs trailing this one by a score of 7-0. Billy Hansen wide to the right side. Tyler Winter is the tailback. Jimmy DeAndrea, the fullback, ahead of him in the straight I. Lear under center, rolls right to throw, fires to the sideline, has his man Hamilton, gets by one man and gets into Valley View territory at the 47-yard line. So they'll pick up about 6 on the first down pass.
Yeah, nice catch by Hansen, squared, little hook pattern. And once Hansen had it grasped well, he turned upfield and turned it into a 6-yard gain.
So Berwick in Valley View territory for the second time in this first half. The first time they had it, they turned it over on downs. They came up short on a 4th down play. Caleb May enters the offense. Wide receiver to the right. Wilkerson to the left. The call goes to Winter. Tyler Winter straight ahead. Good burst and picks up a first down near the 43-yard line.
And good explosion up front by the offensive line. They haven't moved the change yet, Jim. I think they're going to say his knee may... Well, no, he has it there. They're going to move him down. You're right.
5 yards on the carry by Tyler Winter. He's not a big guy, but he runs hard. And he did that time to pick up the first down. Again, straight I with Lear under center. DeAndrea, the fullback. He gets the call straight ahead, hit hard as he gets a yard, maybe 2 on the play.
Berwick's taking very, very tight splits, and there's only 5 linemen in there. So those bookend defensive ends in this 4-man line are quickly crashing inside as they're not being blocked. They think they can beat it inside. But these defensive ends are pretty quick, and even if you get the blocking up front, they're going to stifle it.
2nd down and 9. Berwick at the Valley View 41-yard line. Wide receiver to either side. Offset I behind Lear, who's back to throw, and he fires in a bad pass. Boy, he had Wilkerson open at the 33-yard line, but the ball bounced in front of Ty Wilkerson. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 at the 41.
Yeah, the corner was playing well off of him, so he's going to run about 4 steps and stop. But the ball came up short. Low throws often avoid interception, but that time it avoided the completion.
So a big 3rd down call coming for Berwick. They'd like to at least get enough to make it a doable 4th down play. Lear out of the gun, has the snap, back to throw. Looking downfield, flags fly, incomplete. We'll check the flag.
At the line of scrimmage where you'd anticipate holding, but we'll have to let them mark it off. 3 defenders ran to the potential receiver to take him out of the play.
Valley View reacting like they're not pleased with this call. We'll see. Earl Harris, give us a call.
Thought they were talking to Valley View, but maybe to tell them, hey, you can't do that anymore. Earl Harris still looking back.
Boys, give us a call.
One throws the flag, one knows the penalty, Earl. You threw it. Or did the umpire throw it? It's going to be marched from the line of scrimmage, but which way are they going? Or are they going? Pick the flag up, put the ball in the same spot, and we got two different persons.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 fouls.
2 fouls, offset. I've never seen a call like that.
Like you're doing a little chicken dance.
Holding twice on Berwick and then holding twice on Valley View. I'm not sure that's what it was, but at any rate, let's do it again. 3rd down and 9. Bulldogs at the 41. Coming on very late. Braylon Hawkins. He's in his slot to the left side. Slot to the right as well. Valley View showing blitz. Lear rolls right. Looking downfield. Stops. Looking long downfield. He has a man. It's good for a touchdown. Ethan Lear on target after a good scramble. Billy Hamilton has it. 41 yards for the score.
The corner figured the quarterback's going to run that. And he committed way too soon, gave up on Billy Hansen. And the quarterback pulled up well short of the line to gain, or the line of scrimmage. And Hansen kept on running. He had 15-yard separation from the corner. The safety wasn't looking at him, and an easy touchdown.
Luke Peters will try to tie it out of the hold of Ethan Lear. The kick is no good. No good off to the left. Time out the field, 10:04 to go. Opening half. Valley View 7, Berwick 6. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Pop Radio.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Billy Hansen started it with a fumble recovery at the Berwick 47-yard line. He finished it with a 41-yard touchdown reception from Ethan Lear. Unfortunately for Berwick, they missed the extra point. 7-6 is the Valley View lead. 10:04 to go, first half.
Real nice by the quarterback to extend the play, Jimmy. It was a roll by design, but then he had to roll further and roll further. That's impromptu. As he's approaching the sideline, he plants the feet. He had been attacking the line of scrimmage. The corner, who should have been in coverage, comes up way too soon. Billy Hansen continues on the fly route downfield. And the quarterback, Ethan Lear, sees his man all by himself, puts it out there safely for an easy catch, and Hansen able to coast on in for the score.
Luke Peters will kick it off. Koharski and Higgins deep for Valley View. Kick is very, very high. Short, bounces at the 15, goes right to Koharski, who takes it to the left, looking for some running room, gets by one man, 30, 35, and cut down at the 35-yard line.
Boy, real nice play by Josh Kishbaugh because he was engaged being blocked. He took on the blocker. The man decides, I'm going to cut inside. I've been taking it wide behind blocks all along. I'm going to finally turn it upfield. And there was Josh Kishbaugh able to take on the blocker, still keep inside position, get an arm on and trip him up, or it might have been off to the races.
Valley View moving from our left to our right in this second quarter with the football at their own 35-yard line. Casey Malsberger is under center. He gives the ball to Reed. The big fullback has room over midfield to the far side of the field. Still on his feet, ridden out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Plenty of blocking room for Preston Reed. He went a long way before he met any resistance.
They just opened things up, Jim. I think it was a short side run. I don't think it, weak side as well, but the seam was there. He split the linemen, got past the linebackers. There was just some interference, and then he showed speed. Timeout on the field.
Yeah, it's timeout because there's an injury on the part of Valley View down around the 28-yard line. Can't see from this angle who the player was. It's around the area where Preston Reed hit the turf after that long run.
stretch it out. He's known as the big power blocker, Jim. He just looks big and imposing when you see him. Listed at 6'1", 215. Seems to play bigger than that. Boy, he got elusive in there, sprinted down the sidelines. Kishba eventually, took the sideline away and was going to force him out, and D'Ambria, chasing from behind, went over his back as they brought him down.
35 yards on the carry by Preston Reed. We have 9 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this opening half. Again, a reminder, stay with us at halftime. We have a nice interview with Ron Powis, former Berwick great, who is now the Associate Athletic Director at Notre Dame. We were able to talk to Ron on July 26th, which was the first day of practice.
Saw Ronnie was keeping good company over in Ireland watching the game, sitting with Joe Montana.
Yeah, he wasn't sitting with him. He was on the sidelines, standing, talking. Is it Reed, Andy? Can you see with the glasses?
It is 15, Jim, and he was the only person there. He might have got the wind knocked out of him. Kishba went to take him low, and as he's going down, D'Ambria falls on his back. So we'll keep an eye on him to see if he gets back. He was standing and walking under his own power on the far side.
So 1st and 10, Valley View.
1st and 10 for Valley View.
At the Berwick 30-yard line. Being I formation, the quarterback awaiting the shotgun snap. It's Koharski, fakes handoff, keeps the football. He's going nowhere. Great defense by the Bulldogs. They have lost a yard.
Yes, it was. Liam Carroll among the people. People pitched from each side. Carroll coming in straight at him, and he will lose a yard. And that was Koharski quarterbacking there. With the stoppage, you kind of sneak a different quarterback in. We're going to have another stoppage as there's a Berwick player down.
9:10 remaining opening half. Valley View 7, Berwick 6. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Don't let orthopedic issues keep you from doing what you love. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute is your orthopedic partner in Hazleton. With same-day appointments available, our team of experts treat everything from joint pain and sports injuries to orthopedic trauma. Live life fully again with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, located at 26 Station Circle in the Humboldt Industrial Park. Visit lvhn.org/ortho or call 833-LV-ORTHO. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Injured Berwick player is on his feet, coming to the sideline. Appears to be Mike Fell, who is a defensive lineman, 5'7", 235-pound senior. Good to see him up and walking under his own power. As Valley View, following this injury timeout, will face 2nd down and 11. They have it at the Berwick 31-yard line. Valley View leading Berwick by a score of 7-6.
2nd and 11.
Looking to see if their injured player, Preston Reed, has returned, and he has not. He's a big part of the offense, blocking for the runners and running himself.
Slot to the right side. Malsberger awaits the shotgun snap. Nebo goes in motion. Back to throw. Malsberger looking long, a man wide open for a touchdown. Dominic Nebo with the catch. As it's a Valley View touchdown. He was wide open. There was no one anywhere in the vicinity.
No, I believe it was Kyle Rook, the tight end on the backside. Jim somehow was not covered. Snuck out, got behind the safeties who came up. And he's the only man in the end zone. So it's a question of throw it up and let him catch it. And the tall tight end comes up with it. They're going for 2.
Now they'll go for 2. Quarterback keeper straight ahead, no indication. And now the indication that it is a 2-point conversion. Time out of the field, 8:44 remaining in the first half. Valley View 14, Berwick 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Even announcers have bad games. We are in the midst of an all-time stinker. Let us replay what I thought Andy indicated to me that number 3 caught the ball. Instead, it was number 4. Then we thought it was a touchdown. It was not a touchdown. He was down at the 1-yard line. Then they went for the score, quarterback keeper. He got in. They missed the extra point. It is 13-6 Valley View, 8:44 to go. That's the only thing I've gotten right so far in this opening.
How long was the pass to Rupp, Jim?
Well, you think I'm going to have that right?
I would think you'd have it. Put it on the 1.
30.
I was showing you 4 fingers, Jim.
So it's a 1-yard quarterback keeper for Malsberger. We'll see what we can mess up on this kickoff as Berwick will be moving from our right to our left. Braylon Hawkins is deep.
We're assuming it was Malsberger quarterbacking. They've had 3 different people take snaps, too.
And I'll tell you what, Crispin Field offers about the best view anywhere, so there are absolutely 0 excuses for the 5 mess-ups I've had so far. As the kick buys Walensky. Hawkins comes over to field it and stays in bounds. He may not get it.
He did.
He dives at the last minute, gets at the 18-yard line. Boy, you see that ball going so close to the sideline, you figure it's going to go out of bounds. It did not. And took a dangerous hop and a great play by Hawkins to get on it. But Berwick back at their 19-yard line to start this possession.
Yeah, that was a good judgment call not to field it, Jim. It was going to the sideline. It was about a yard or so from the out of bounds. And instead of bouncing and going the way the momentum normally would take it bounces back in. And now he has to hustle after the high kick and get himself on it as 2 other Valley View Cougars were there.
Berwick trailing 13-6. Bulldogs at their 19-yard line. High formation, rolling right is Lear. Fires, incomplete. Boy, dropped at the 31-yard line.
Billy Hansen looking at it as he's sort of slanting over the middle after some sort of a delay. Maybe a zig out and then a zig in. He was all by himself, thrown right at eye level at the helmet. Had his hands there, and again, maybe thinking of turning upfield a little too soon, but a drop ball.
2nd down and 10. Berwick at their own 19-yard line. Bulldogs trailing 13-6 with 8:36 remaining in this opening half. Slot to the right side. Wide receiver left. Lear back to throw. A quick out. Has his man over the 25 out to about the 27-yard line. So the quick pass to Hansen will pick up close to 8 on the play. Berwick on the 3rd and 2.
Koharski with the coverage, but not covering it quick enough. Able to make the tackle short of the chains, but it's short yardage on this 3rd down situation.
Yeah, they're closer to just 1 yard needed for this first down as we go to 8 minutes to go in the opening half. And they'll operate out of the shotgun on this 3rd and 1. As Lear and Berwick beats the count. Oh, boy, that is a killer of a penalty.
3rd and 1 now becomes 3rd and 6. He had the run pass option. Berwick looked in good shape to be able to convert, continue the drive. Now all of a sudden it becomes much, much harder. Ball's going to be on the left hash, wide side of the field to the right. Most likely a passing down. They've enjoyed rolling out Ethan Lear to that right side. He's been able to find his receivers. Can they do it again?
Slot to the right side. Lear out of the gun. 3rd down and 6. Ethan has the snap. He's going long to Hansen, this near side of the field. Great coverage downfield. It goes incomplete. Nick Kuharski, step for step with Billy Hansen.
Yeah, and they were kind of engaged with each other, but it's I'm running for the ball, you're running for the ball. It wasn't a question of pass interference. Fans want to react because there's contact, but yeah, it's negligible and not really affecting the play. Yeah, just good coverage.
And again, that penalty really hurting Berwick.
Yeah.
As Luke Peters waiting the snap by Ethan Lear. Peters gets the kick away short, very short punt. Bounces at the 40 and will go out of bounds about the 42-yard line. So just 19 yards on the punt. That was an area of Berwick's game where they really were hurting last season. They need more than 19 yards. As Valley View with a good chance to add to a 13-6 lead with 7:21 to go in the half as they take over at the Bulldog 42-yard line.
Looking for 15.
He's
Preston
back in there.
Reed. Yeah, and he's a difference maker, Jim.
Preston Reed, the fullback, shaken up earlier, lining up to the right of Casey Malzberger. He takes the shotgun snap and he fires a quick out, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage.
They're congratulating number 56, J.J. Leonard, Jim, so it looks like he's the guy who got his hand on it. Quarterback's not all that tall, and a straight drop back. Pressure came in, people got their hands up. J.J. Leonard able to get one of the hands and deflect the ball away.
Second down and 10. Valley View at the Berwick 42-yard line. Malzberger went to the sideline for the play call. Rook the tight end to the right. Slot to the left. Mimo in motion to the right. The call goes to Higgins straight ahead. Cam Higgins running hard. Mike Fell back in there among the people that made the play after a gain of about 4 for Higgins.
Jimmy DeAndre had to come up from linebacker. There was really a collision within Berwick players and offensive linemen coming together. Power football, good explosion both ways. I'll give him a 3-yard gain on that.
At the 39-yard line, third down and 7. Valley View as Higgins leaves that lineup. Slot to the left, slot to the right. Malzberger out of the gun. Third down call coming. Back to throw. Fires to the far side over the head of the intended receiver. That was Rook, the tight end. Good coverage by Ty Wilkerson. So 4th and 7. Valley View looks like they'll bring the punt team on.
And they will. I think Berwick's going to have to keep their eyes open, be aware of the potential fake with the ball inside the 40.
Yeah, and the punter is Walensky, who made a long run from the quarterback position in that opening quarter. He is back at the Valley View 48-yard line. Aiden Muschel with the snap, and the kick is away. Line drive kick. Hawkins back to his 5-yard line, looking for room. Great coverage downfield. Braylon able to get it out to about the 13-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will put it in play.
Type of punt that if you let it bounce, the momentum's going to take it into the end zone. But he chose to field it on the 5 and try to make the return. Great coverage, pins him in.
So line of scrimmage, the 13-yard line for the Bulldogs, who trail Valley View 13-6. 6:17 remaining this opening half. Stay with us at halftime. Besides the Ron Powis interview, Julie Lentz will bring us updated with the high school football scoreboard as we kick off weekend number 2 of the 2023 season. Berwick moving from our right to our left. 2 receivers to the right. Hansen to the left. Lear out of the gun. Gives the ball to Winter straight ahead and not much doing. This is a tough Valley View defense. Crestwood held to just 7 points against this defense a week ago and shut out the entire second half.
And I think it's toughest trying to run up inside against this team. Defensive ends can pinch on in, and they're studs. And the front itself with the defensive tackles and linebackers play good football.
2nd and 8. Berwick at the 15. Slot to the right side. Lear fakes handoff, keeps the football, and takes a real hit as he gets to the 20-yard line. Picks up about 5. Third short coming for Bulldogs.
Robert Sebastinelli, one of the two people in there, giving him the lick.
Third down and 4. Berwick back at their 19-yard line. Gavin Jones, the center, over the football there. Hanson wide to the left. Slot to the right. Josh Kishball wide right. Ty Wilkerson in the slot. Third down call. Rolling right is Lear. Ethan Lear stops, throws at the last moment, incomplete. Intended for Josh Kishbaugh, and good coverage across the way.
Johnny Marino stayed with Kishbaugh the entire way. The threat of the run he was hoping would pull the coverage off and onto the quarterback. He rolled and rolled to that right. I like the look of that play. Attacked the line of scrimmage, but could not get the defense to commit to his run. Eventually threw it into the tighter coverage, and Marino knocks it away.
Luke Peters back to punt. Last punt was just 19 yards. Hoping for more here as Lear with the good snap. And he left foots it away. This one is better, but then it takes a bad hop where Berwick is concerned, and it won't be much better altogether. And Valley View again will take over in good field position. Pressure's on this Berwick defense to keep the team in the game. It's 13-6, but Valley View continues to get good field position right now at the Berwick 41-yard line.
And a little too much time left in this half, Jim. They have time for that running drive. I think they need to put it in. I don't think they're going to have a lot of confidence in the field goal kicker. Well, we did see that last week Jacob Kelly was able to be 3 of 3, and he made his first PAT, but he looked weak on the last one.
High formation from the 41. Call goes to Higgins, the tailback, and he's got running room off the left side. A good first down carry inside the 35, down about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, he'll get 9, push the chains. His fullback, Preston Reed, kind of motioned out as a wingback, and then right from there got a block on that outside linebacker, shielding him from the play, and that set up the nice run.
Cam Higgins is 5'8", 180. Relatively diminutive, but he appears to be more of a power back than a scat back.
Gets the speed going.
Second down and 1. As the call goes to the quarterback, Kuharski, and he goes off the left side, gets inside the 30 for a first down. If you're just joining us, Valley View has used 3 different quarterbacks. That might have been Swalinski. It was, as Kuharski's in now, and the starter is Malsberger. So I'm not sure how they decide who they want in at a given time, but it's working for them. 1st and 10 at the Berwick 28-yard line.
I get the notion they feel that Malsberger was the better game manager, probably has the better passing arm. The other two are runners with different talents, speed and power.
Well, Kuharski will serve as a wide receiver now as Malsberger stays in there. Gives to Preston Reed, and he gets what he can. It isn't much. Defended well by Berwick. He gets just to the Bulldog 27-yard line.
Yeah, it was pretty nice defense. Braylon Hawkins somehow got himself inside, got a hold of that big fullback, wrapped around him, and while he was drugged for about a yard, that's a good defensive stop.
Second down and 8. Valley View at the Berwick 26-yard line. Headed toward the 3-minute mark remaining in this opening half. Reed, the lone running back, he goes in motion, so empty backfield for Malsberger, who's back and throws a quick out, has the tight end Roop for first down inside the 15-yard line.
Billy Hansen eventually wrestles him down, Jim, but so much window dressing with all the wide receivers and the motion that it's easy to forget about a talent like Kyle Roop. But he's the guy with the 30-yard catch, and this time a little delay release, gets behind the linebackers, makes a nice catch there for the chains.
12 yards on the reception. 1st and 10, Valley View threatening to add to their 13-6 lead with 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Power eye to the right side. Malsberger, play action, back to throw, looking deep for Roop, and it's incomplete. Over his head, deep in the end zone. Pretty good coverage there by the Bulldogs. Would have had to have been a perfect throw.
I think they were counting on Roop's size, Jim. He's tall, And if he can get it up high in that back court of the end zone, he's going to win the jump ball. Rupp goes 6'1", looks a little taller there, and it could be a height mismatch with the corners.
With the incompletion, clock stops, 2:24 to go in the half. Valley View with one timeout remaining. They have it at the Bulldogs' 14-yard line. And it is Kuharski who will be at the quarterback controls here with Reed to his right. Nick Kuharski fakes handoff, keeps the football, breaks free momentarily, and is brought down at the 10-yard line.
Alex Estrella coming on in from a safety position, sees the quarterback, but Kuharski with nice play action fakes, not afraid to run the middle. That's a nice 6-yard gain on that.
Third down, 6. Valley View at the Berwick 10-yard line. Under 2 minutes remaining in this opening half. Cougars will send Casey Malsberger back in there. Straight I formation behind him. Higgins is the tailback. And from the 10, play action. Malsberger completes a pass down to about the 5-yard line as Gianni Marino makes the grab. So they'll be, I believe, just short of the first down yards. They're marking it closer to the 6. So fourth and a short 2 for Valley View.
Haven't been that keen on the play calling in this series of downs, Jim. I'd have been running every down. I think they can outpower Berwick. 2 of the 3 plays have been passes, and the last pass is called to come up short of the chains.
And Berwick will use a timeout. 1:09 to go in the half. 13-6 Valley View. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Pop Radio.
Planning your next big event? Weddings, concerts, church festivals, even construction sites. Preferred Portables has you covered. Preferred Portables offers a luxury restroom trailer that even has hot water. No power? No problem. They can provide a generator to keep the lights on. They even provide sanitary service to campgrounds, parks, parties, and have 24-hour emergency service. Contact Preferred Portables to learn about event and contractor pricing. Check out their website, preferredportables.com. We're number 1 when you have to go number 2.
The home of the Berwick Bulldogs. This is W234BH Berwick at 94.7, WBWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, W288CF Danville at 105.5, and streaming online at thisispopradio.com. Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
Coming Valley View, 4th and 2 at the Berwick 6-yard line. The Cougars try to add to a 13-6 lead. Malsberger gives off the left side for the first down and just short of the goal line.
Preston Reed was set at tailback that time, Jim. So the big guy who's been playing fullback, very, very physical player, had a lead blocker in front of him off the left side, knifes on through as the blocking is there, and then bulls ahead for a few more. It's going to come up just short.
They mark him down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal. Clock running, 45 seconds to go, but again, Valley View has a timeout remaining. Power I formation. The quarterback fakes handoff. It's Kuharski, and he goes in for the touchdown, or is it Swilinski? Swilinski, and I am 3 for 3.
7s and 1s look a lot alike when they're down at a distance.
No excuses after 56 years. 33 seconds. That is a big touchdown as they add to the lead 19-6.
Yes, they do. They came back to the running game for the past few plays. I thought they should have stayed with it for the entire drive, but they're able to make up for the errors in the passing calls, and they'll line up now for this PAT.
Jacob Kelly will attempt the extra point. Snap, placement, low line drive, kick, but it gets through. Timeout on the field, 33 seconds to go, opening half. Valley View 20, Berwick 6. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Pop Radio.
Hi, this is Jonathan from Nespoli Jewelers in Berwick. We are happy to announce that once again we will have the Nespoli Jewelers Athlete of the Week throughout this football season. Each week, the Berwick coaches will choose an athlete who worked hard, was a good teammate, and put forth his best effort all week. We will announce this student athlete on this station prior to the Berwick football game, and we will be honoring him by donating $100 in his name to the charity of his choice. For more information on the chosen Nespoli Athlete of the Week, please visit us on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Jim Doyle and Andy Lickney from Crispin Field in Berwick. 33 seconds to go in this opening half. Valley View has added to their lead with a 41-yard scoring drive, capped on a 4-yard touchdown run by Zach Zwolinski. It is 20-6 Cougars. And Berwick will get it back, but with little time left and just one timeout remaining. Zwolinski, who ran it in from his quarterback spot, does the kicking off for Valley View.
Don't know if they kick it deep. We'll see.
He does, giving Berwick a chance. Hawkins muffs the ball, picks it up at the last moment, then gets outside the 20, the 25, and gets over the 30. So after having trouble fielding it, good return by Hawkins over the 32-yard line, but just 22 seconds remaining in this opening half. Again, Berwick will get the football to start the second half.
Catching it up above the helmet area, and sometimes there's a blind spot there. So he juggled it, bounced off the helmet. Happy to pick it up. Then you run with desperation, Jim. All of a sudden you get faster after you have a muff like that. And he did have a nice return.
Yeah, and oftentimes on those situations, Andy, you'll see the kick team kind of overrun the play.
Yep.
But they held their ground well there. And Berwick from their 32... we'll see how they play. And again, I don't expect anything too fancy with them getting the football to start the second half. Lear from the gun. Has the snap. He's back to throw. He rolls right. He throws it into the turf. And again, they changed that rule last year in high school to adopt to the higher levels of football. If you're the quarterback and you're outside that tackle box, you can't throw it away. And that's certainly what Lear did there. 18 seconds to go in the half.
He's shown a proclivity to roll to his right a little bit. I don't know if it was a design sprint out on that or if he just felt he wanted to buy himself a little more time. Got out in that area. The pattern itself never really developed. Coverage stayed strong, so smart to dump that.
Second down call coming. Lear gives the ball to Tyler Winter. A nice burst by him of about 9 yards to the 41-yard line. Will not be a first down, and that will be the final play of this opening half with the score. Valley View 20, Berwick 6. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Pop Radio.
It's the season of Discovery sales event through September 4th at W&L Mazda. Discover the exhilarating power and stunning design of the all-new Mazda CX-90, just in time for back-to-school season. Plus, all this month, W&L is offering financing rates as low as 4.9% for 60 months on select Mazda CX-5 and CX-90s. They're off Route 11 in Northumberland and online at WandLMazda.com. Financing offer valid for well-qualified applicants only on Mazda CX-5 and Mazda CX-90 models. Offer ends 9/4/23. Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
Hi, this is Jonathan from Nespoli Jewelers in Berwick. We are happy to announce that once again we will have the Nespoli Jewelers Athlete of the Week throughout this football season. Each week, the Berwick coaches will choose an athlete who worked hard, was a good teammate, and put forth his best effort all week. We will announce this student athlete on this station prior to the Berwick football game, and we will be honoring him by donating $100 in his name to the charity of his choice. For more information on the chosen Nespoli Athlete of the Week, please visit us on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
Drive your new GMC home today. New vehicles have been hard to come by. So at Alexander Family Buick GMC, we've been telling you to reserve your new GMC truck or SUV. But with 25 new GMCs in stock now and 25 more to arrive soon, you don't have to reserve one. You can drive one home today. And with the highest trade values, the lowest rates, and the Blaze Alexander lowest price guaranteed, now is the time to drive one off our lot. Shop online where we're always open. Alexander Family Buick GMC in Bloomsburg. Taking the deals the other guys won't.
Proud sponsor of Penn State Athletics.
It's time for the Berwick Bulldogs halftime show on Pop Radio. Brought to you by W&L Subaru, Nissan, Mazda, and Collision Center. Discover the W&L difference today.
Good evening, everyone. It's my honor.
Halftime from Crispin Field. It is the home opener for the Bulldogs, who trail Valley View at the break by a score of 20-6. Most of Berwick's career and game passing records are still held by 1993 grad Ron Powers. After Berwick, he went on to play at Notre Dame, where he set 20 school passing records. He's now the Senior Associate Athletic Director at Notre Dame, dealing strictly with the football program. In a few months, he'll have a new boss. His longtime athletic director, Jack Swarbrick, is stepping down, soon to be replaced by Pete Pavacqua. We spoke to Ron on July 26th and asked him if that move will change his responsibilities, which include football scheduling and budget.
No, I don't anticipate any changing. As we go through this football season, Jack Swarbrick remains in place in his role as our athletic director. The next athletic director, part of the succession plan, is Pete Pavacqua. And, I think this is a time for Pete to kind of evaluate what's going on, get a feel for the landscape of college athletics, a feel for the University of Notre Dame athletics and how it all fits together. I don't anticipate significant changes to anything I'm doing. Continue to lead the football program.
Before Pete took over, the biggest off-season story was Sam Hartman going in the transfer portal, leaving after a great career at Wake Forest, coming to Notre Dame. He'll be the starting quarterback. From what you've seen, what do you think?
I really like Sam. I think he brings such a great amount of experience and production on the football field, which is really important for that position. There's nothing beats experience and reps for the quarterback. But his work ethic, his personality, his leadership is, I think, going to be so beneficial for our team. The way he's pulled along the young quarterbacks and how to work and how to operate and how to think and approach the game. You can see it in the spring. You can see it as we started training camp here. So the qualities that he brings to the football program are really important, and we're thrilled that he's a part of the program.
The independence of Notre Dame football has been a debatable issue for many, many years. And this crazy world of college football, it looked at times like going into a conference, whatever that conference would be the way to go. Will the addition of playoff teams to 12 in the near future, seems to me that's conducive to Notre Dame staying as an independent. Is that so?
Yeah, I think that's the way we view it. And our athletic director and Jack Swarbrick and university president, Father Jenkins, and everybody that's in the midst of making a decision for our independence, I think we see how valuable our independence is now. We needed to have access to the college football playoff, and we do with the expanded 12-team playoff on the horizon. So, I think it's another piece that supports us remaining independent, and I really don't see that changing. We're a valuable commodity as an independent.
Berwick people listening want a family update. Now, Ron, your oldest son, was on the football team for a couple of years. He gave it up. He still is a student here. How's he doing?
He's doing great. He's still part of the program. Just through some of the injuries and medically some of the things that he's not going to play anymore, but still part of the program, thriving as a student on campus, had a great semester last semester, and he's 3 semesters away from graduating and venturing off into life, so he's doing really well, thank you.
And Tommy's a senior in high school. How's he doing?
Tommy is a senior in high school at Penn High School here in town, and he's doing great. He's playing lacrosse this past spring and for several springs, and doing really well, thriving in the sport, and he's playing football. I anticipate him playing middle linebacker this year and making a bunch of tackles, but on a really good football team. It's a good high school football team here and a good program at Penn High School. So the boys are doing great. Everybody's doing really well.
And you're not the only one working on campus. Your wife, Sarah, does what?
Yeah, Sarah is a fitness instructor here on campus and a personal trainer, working with the faculty and staff on campus here in the rec center attached to the stadium. So we all come to campus. She's doing a great job and is a really popular person on campus too.
Let me check your memory. Mike Bennett is now the head coach at Berwick in his second season in that position. When you were a senior on a great team at Berwick, he was a sophomore wide receiver. First playoff game of 1992, Shamokin at Crispin Field. A play that was the school record for a long time, 93-yard touchdown pass you threw to Mike Bennett. Do you remember it? If so, what do you remember about it?
I sure do remember it. We were backed up on the 7-yard line, and it was right before half. There wasn't a lot of time left, and Coach Curry said, "Let's take a shot." And Mike was running down the field and had to make the catch. The line blocked and provided great protection. I had the easiest job on that play, so it was a great memory. Such great memories from Crispin Field and that season, and all those guys that I played with, and the fans and the town, and just the way everything came together was, as I tell people, it was storybook. It was magical, and that was a very fun memory, that game against Shamokin that year.
That's Ron Paulus, 1993 grad of Berwick High School, now the Associate Athletic Director at Notre Dame. Halftime of the season opener. The home opener, I should say, for the Bulldogs. They trail Valley View by a score of 20-6. We'll check other scores with Julie Lentz and the first half stats with Andy Lickney when we return. You're listening to Bulldogs Football and Pop Radio.
It's the Season of Discovery sales event through September 4th at W&L Mazda. Discover the exhilarating power and stunning design of the all-new Mazda CX-90, just in time for back-to-school season. Plus, all this month, W&L is offering financing rates as low as 4.9% for 60 months. Applicants only on Mazda CX-5 and Mazda CX-90 models. Offer ends 9/4/23. They can provide a generator to keep the lights on. They even provide sanitary service to campgrounds, parks, parties, and have 24-hour emergency service. Contact Preferred Portables to learn about event and contractor pricing. Check out their website, preferredportables.com. We're number one when you have to go number two.
Don't let orthopedic issues keep you from... fully again with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, located at 26 Station Circle in the Humboldt Industrial Park. Visit lvhn.org/ortho or call 833-LV-ORTHO. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a part.
Shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the Roofing Ninjas, now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
Looking for convenient and reliable dumpster rentals for your residential or commercial project? EcoFirst Logistics has you covered with dumpster rentals from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. Their dumpster rental service is designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle hassle-free and eco-friendly. Whether you're planning a construction or renovation project, junk removal, or a major cleanup, they carry a range of dumpster sizes to fit your needs and ensure that what can be saved is sorted out. On the web at eco-firstlogistics.com or on Facebook.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Halftime with the Valley View Cougar Marching Band entertaining here in the Bulldogs home opener at Crispin Field. 20-6, Berwick trailing Valley View at the break. For an update on other scores from this night, kicking off weekend number 2 of the 2023 season, let's return to the studios of Pop Radio and Julie Lentz.
Yes, thank you so much, Jim. As we're at half, most of these scores are also at half. Southern Columbia is ahead. No joke that they're ahead 21-0 against Shamokin at half. Crestwood is ahead of Dallas 21-7, also at half. Abington Heights looks like a good game. They're ahead of Wilkes-Barre area 14-13 at half. Danville is ahead of Line Mountain 34-7 in the second. Hazleton area is ahead 14-6 at the half. Williamsport is ahead 11-2 in the second. Scranton is ahead of Wyoming Valley West 22-0 at the half. Central Mountain is ahead of Bloomsburg 20-7 in the second. Central Columbia against Mifflinburg, they're tied 14-14 at the half. Jersey Shore is ahead of my alma mater Lewisburg 18-0 at the half. Loyal Sac is ahead of Hughesville 21-0 at the half. Mount Carmel against Dunmore. Mount Carmel is ahead of Dunmore's 13-7 at half. Mifflin County against Shikellamy. Mifflin County is ahead 13-0 at the half. Selinsgrove is ahead of Juniata 16-8 at the half. Troy is ahead of Montoursville 17-0 at the half. And Milton is ahead of Towanda 27-0 in the second. That's all I got for now, guys. So let's head back to Crispin Field with Jim Doyle and Andy Ulickney.
Okay, thank you very much, Julie. Valley View has made their appearance on the far side of the field. A couple of minutes from the kickoff to start the second half. The Cougars lead Berwick by a score of 20-6. Statistics from that opening half, Andy Ulickney.
Yeah, pretty much in total offense, Valley View has doubled Berwick. 223 yards in total offense. Berwick has 104. On the splits, Berwick is 52 on the ground, 56 in the air for their 104. Tyler Winter has 13 yards on 5 carries. Jimmy DeAndrea, he has 2 carries for 20 yards. Give Ty Wilkerson on an end around a 4-yard two. And Ethan Lear, the quarterback, 5 for 15. Passing, Ethan Lear is 3 of 9 for 56 yards. Billy Hansen has all 3 catches, the long one being a 41-yard touchdown reception. He also has catches of 9 and 6 for the 56 yards on his 3 catches. 56 in the air for Berwick, 52 on the ground, 104 total offense. For Valley View, 159 on the ground, 24 rushes altogether. Cam Higgins, 9 carries for 34 yards. Preston Reed, a very impressive fullback, getting a chance to run the ball. 6 carries, 51 yards in this game. And then a question of the quarterbacks, Wildcats or whatever. Nick Kaharski has 3 carries for 7. Zach Walensky, 4 carries for 32. And Casey Malsberger, he has 2 carries for 3 yards, including a touchdown. 24 carries in all for 159 yards on the ground for the Cougars. In the air, I believe Casey Malsberger's done all the throwing. 5 of 9, no interceptions, 64 yards in the air. Chris Savkov has shown nice balance on the sidelines on his 2 catches, total of 19 yards there. Kyle Roop, he has a 42 yards, 30-yard non-touchdown down to the 1-yard line, and a 12-yard reception for his 2 catches for 42. Gianni Marino caught the other, a 3-yard catch there. 5 of 9 in the air for Malsberger, 64 yards total in the area, added to the 159. 223 in total offense. They have fumbled the ball once. So 223 in offense to 104. Jim Berwick's going to have to turn it around some here as they go through their stretches, prepping to get ready for the second half.
And the Bulldogs will get the football to start this second half. And Andy, it's very unusual on any level of football for a team to alternate at the quarterback position. That's the position that seems set with one person. But Valley View's very comfortable with using 3 different people. Why is it effective for them?
Well, I think they feel most comfortable with the game managers, Casey Malsberger. He probably has a little bit more experience. He has the offense under control. Not a great runner, not a great passer, but probably the best of the 3 in passing. Then you look at Koharski, who has sort of speed and not afraid to run inside, so you can wildcat with him. And Zach Zwolinski, well, he's shown what he can do. 4 carries for 32 yards when they've given him the chance to run the ball. It also protects against injury. If you have a quarterback go down during the course of the year, hey, you have somebody else who's ready, who's taken the snaps. So I kind of like what I'm seeing. No problem with me in the alternating of quarterbacks. Being a coach that really liked to run power football, with this team I'd be running the ball a little bit more. I thought they got a little bit out of their scheme toward the end of the half when they started throwing the ball, but then they finished the drive with the power runs, and I think that's basically where their game is.
I would think one more advantage might be Berwick has a scouting report going, but who is the quarterback on any given snap?
Right. And Mike Bennett did say, he did the homework. He looked at YouTube film, he looked at scrims, and he saw all 3 of them getting some snaps. So he warned us of it in his Mike Bennett show. It's just, I'm not quite as believing. I didn't have the guys down as quarterbacks, but I've had to add them to my running roster.
Berwick will get the football to start the second half, and if the Bulldogs are going to be in this game, an important possession for them right off the bat. Braylon Hawkins and Kyle Winter deep, anticipating the kickoff from Zach Zwolinski. Valley View coming in 1-0. Good win over Crestwood, a team they shut out in the second half in that season opener, on their way to a 21-14 win. And with the lead here at 20-6, as Zwolinski gets set to kick it off. Again, Valley View 20 and Berwick 6. Second half is underway. Kick will be fielded by Hawkins back at the 10-yard line. Braylon to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and out to the 33. Nice return by Braylon Hawkins.
The kicker, Zach Zwolinski, followed his kick straight on down to Hawkins and was able to be the first man down to make the tackle.
Zwolinski does a little bit of everything for this team. He's an inside linebacker. He can be a quarterback, and he's the kicker as well. 1st and 10, Berwick at the 33. Bulldogs scored their first touchdown of the season in that opening half. Came in the long pass to Billy Hansen, who is wide to the right. Ty Wilkerson, the sophomore speedster, in a slot to that side. From the 33. From the pistol, Winter is the running back behind Ethan Lear. Lear gives to Winter, and he's got a little bit of running room. Dashes over the 35 out to the 37-yard line.
Harrison Snyder was at left wing back, Jim, H-back, sort of for a tight end. And on the snap, he pulled from the left side to the right side, collided with one of those dominant bookend defensive ends, made the key block that opened that seam for the running back, Tyler Winter.
2nd down and 6 for the Bulldogs at their 37-yard line. Now Lear under center, gives to Wilkerson, coming around the right side. Flags fly as he gets out to the 40-yard line.
Sweeping and running basically east-west, trying to turn it upfield. In the first half, he had a nice 4-yard gain on a very similar play. Looked like he might get it there, but the defense shuffled, and probably a hold in there that's going to go against Berwick. Let's see the call. Yes, it is. From near the line of scrimmage, they'll go back 10 yards.
Against this good Valley View defense, Berwick's margin for error is very, very small. They cannot afford penalties like that one, bringing up a 2nd and 20. We saw a situation that first half where they had a 1 yard to go for the first down, but a penalty made it 6 to go and negated what could have been the start of a nice drive.
Yeah, can't handicap yourself when this team is that good.
So 2nd down and 20. Bulldogs back at their 27. Lear has the snap, back to throw, and incomplete. Might have been tipped as he tried to go to the far sideline to Wilkerson.
Yeah, Patrick McIntyre kind of coming on a blitz from the outside. Really got in the face of the quarterback. I was surprised the pass was, he was able to step and throw. Not able to get it on target.
3rd down for the Bulldogs. Back at their 27-yard line. Slot to the left, slot to the right. Back to throw is Lear. Looking to set up a screen. Here comes the rush. He jumps a pass, and a dangerous pass almost picked off. It goes incomplete on the far side.
Thought his protection was good, but he had to keep dropping. Didn't get a chance to step up as the tackle tried to take his defensive end wide. But eventually a jump pass and into traffic. A lot of people in that area with white jerseys.
So the Bulldogs were not able to overcome that penalty. And Luke Peters, who struggled a bit in the punting department tonight, back at his 13-yard line. Lear with the snap. And this kick is a good one. It backs up Higgins to his 40-yard line. Gets by one man, still on his feet, and is stacked up about the 47-yard line.
Braylon Hawkins, one of the men down there. About 3 blue jerseys surrounding the punt returner, but Hawkins had him by the waist and would not let him move forward.
So Valley View has enjoyed good field position through much of this game, and they will again as they take over at their own 47 with 10:47 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Valley View leading Berwick 20-6.
Been strong on the ground, 24 rushes for 159 yards in the first half. Cam Higgins, the tailback, with 34 yards. Preston Reed, the fullback, with 51 yards.
Casey Malsberger is the quarterback. Backs in an open set behind him. The call goes to Higgins, tries the right side, gets to about midfield, and boy, a big hit by Billy Hansen.
Yeah, Billy Hansen coming up strong from the secondary, read the run all the way. Able to see by his keys that there was no one in the pass, not going to be a halfback option pass, so he beelined toward that man and put a punishing hit on Cam Higgins.
2nd down and 7. Berwick will get a 9th grader, Gavin Galusha, into that secondary. Appears to be an injury situation on the part of Estrella as they look to him on the sideline. Here's a 2nd and 7 from midfield. Out of the gun. Malsberger gives the ball to Preston Reed. Reed breaks a tackle, gets to the Berwick 46-yard line. Picks up about 4 in the play. 3rd and 3 coming from Valley View.
J.J. Leonard among the people there. D'Ambria as well. I like the way they rallied to the football. You'd like to see them stop it a little bit sooner, but they really came hard on them.
3rd down and 3 for Valley View at the Berwick 46-yard line. Cougars leading 20-6, trying to add to that lead here in the 3rd. Wide receiver right, I formation. Higgins at the tail of the tandem. And they put a new quarterback in, and he's brought down short of the sticks at the 47-yard line. Again, if you're just joining us, they've been using 3 different quarterbacks. That was Zach Zwolinski, and he got no gain, 4th and 3, so a good stand by Berwick and the punt team on.
Yeah, good defense. Funky start to the play. Quarterback almost ran into his own guard, couldn't quite get it going, but Berwick in position to stuff it.
Here is the punt. It's blocked. It's blocked. And Berwick will take over back at the 26-yard line. Chase Shuckers with the block. And Berwick will take over in great field position, trailing 20-6. Big play on special teams.
Shuckers normally plays that sort of nose guard, and there he was over the center and just somehow found the lane, came in hard. The only man in there blocks the punt, and then it bounces back about 15 yards, the direction he'd like to see it go. It's a fight between him and the punter. Didn't matter which one recovered as they're both on the ground. Big turnover there for Berwick.
So the Bulldogs with a chance to get back in this one with 8:41 to go in the third. They trail 20-6. They have it at the Valley View 31-yard line. I formation. Lear play action. Back to throw. Looking to the sideline. Has Hansen. Breaks one tackle and then is brought down. First down yardage inside the 20.
Savkov, one of the three people in the area, the one who makes the tackle. But a confident throw by Ethan Lear to get it on out there to Billy Hansen. He's hooking up. He catches it. He then turns and runs for about 7 more after making the catch. We have one player down from Valley View in the backfield and another down near the sideline for Valley View.
So we're going to have an injury timeout. Andy Billy Hansen is becoming the go-to receiver for the Bulldogs.
Yes, he is, Jim. He had all 3 catches in the first half, and they're that real nice one, as Ethan Lear feels very comfortable throwing in his direction.
The ball will be at the 18, so that's a 13-yard reception by Hansen. And as they tend to these 2 players, hopefully it's just these early season, still pretty warm cramps as they look to one player near the sideline and one at about the 34-yard line.
That's Gianni Marino, inside linebacker. The one over on the sideline basically was taking a knee, and he happens to be up, and that happens to be the man who made the tackle, Chris Savkov. So critical players for this defense. Berwick would like to attack while they're forced to take a play or 2 off.
Bulldogs down 14, but they have it at the Cougar 18-yard line. 3 receivers to the left as Lear awaits the shotgun snap. And he stands, looks to the sideline to assistant coach Nick Dawson. Fakes handoff, keeps the football straight ahead. There's running room for Ethan Lear. He gets down here, the first down yardage at the 10.
A little bit of a sucker trap. The right guard pulled, and often linebackers will follow that. Instead, after the quarterback fakes, he runs to that vacated spot, and that's where he gets to seam for a nice 8-yard gain.
2nd and 2. Berwick at the Valley View 10-yard line. Tyler Winter is the running back behind Lear in the pistol. Winter gets the call, tries the right side. He is hit hard, right about the line of scrimmage.
There was penetration, and Zach Walensky, that linebacker, the do-it-all man for this team, able to fill the hole, keep him short of the first down.
So it is going to be 3rd and 2, Berwick. Obviously 4-down territory here with the clock running, 7:15 to go in the third. And the Bulldogs trailing by a score of 20-6.
You think, what's your best running play? You certainly don't want to lose any yardage here, as you will go for it on 4th down.
Lear out of the gun with trips to the left. Ethan has the snap, gives the ball to Winter off the right side, and has the first down around the 7-yard line. Tyler Winter with a strong effort off the right side. First and goal, Berwick.
They meshed with the handoff and then gave it late to Winter, who went outside the quarterback, who gave him a little bit of a push. Winter kept the legs going and went low. Found some room down there and was able to get the chains.
Berwick trying to cash in after they blocked punt by Chase Shuckers. 1st and goal, Bulldogs at the Cougar 7. Lear out of the gun. Handoff to Winter, sweeping the left side, inside the 5, and gets very, very close to the goal line. Tyler Winter with a good effort.
Yes, it was. He was sweeping left, and he saw some room north-south. Planted, lost his balance, got about 3 more steps, and downed himself on the 1.
2nd and goal, Berwick. just a yard away from getting back in this game as we go under 6 minutes to go in the third. Lear under center. Went to the lone running back. Lear, quarterback keeper off the right side, trying to get in. No official indication. No, he did not make it.
He felt he could take it from Gavin Jones at center and go off the right side behind Matt Gordner and Chase Shuckers. I think he was figuring Shuckers at 268 may be able to drive his man back. But a strong defensive stand by the Cougars keeps him short.
Berwick just inches away from the goal line. Big Nico Wadzinski and it's a blocking back to the right, but it's a quarterback keeper again, and this time Lear is in for the Berwick touchdown. Ethan Lear in from 1 yard out. Berwick back in the game.
Tried the quarterback sneak with a little finesse going to the right side. This time pretty much straight ahead. Got a push from behind, which is now allowed in football. And Berwick this time wins the battle of the trenches, gets a little bit lower than defensive front, forces the way where the quarterback can get in.
Now the extra point attempt. Luke Peters missed one earlier. Trying to make it a 7-point game. Snap, placement. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Time on the field. 5:14 to go, third quarter. Valley View 20. Berwick 13. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Chase Shuckers with a blocked punt. Berwick takes over at the Valley View 31, and 7 plays later, Ethan Lear on a 1-yard keeper. And the Bulldogs very much in this one with 5:14 to go in the third. Valley View 20, Berwick 13.
Luke Peters will be kicking off from the middle of the field as he steps himself off now. His 9-yard approach from
Nick
the left
Kuharski
side.
deep and Cam Higgins for the Cougars. The kick is very, very high. Be fielded by Kuharski at the 10 to the 15. Great coverage downfield for Berwick. Kuharski does able to get ahead to about the 22-yard line.
Ty Wilkerson really with a good charge downfield, beat everyone. Got himself to Kuharski and able to pull him down. Good coverage.
Wilkerson was a good special teams player last year as a 9th grader. He continues in that role. They mark it at the 21. So that's where Valley View puts it in play. Their lead cut to 7. 20-13 Cougars.
Kason Marlsberger will be quarterbacking to start this series off.
High formation behind him. Higgins at the tail of the tandem. The call goes to Reed. Big hole off the right side. Reed over the 35. Reed to the 40. To the 45. To midfield all the way to the Berwick 40-yard line. Jimmy DeAndrea finally brings him down. That is a backbreaker. Berwick back in the game, but back in the game for just one play.
There's a lot of action in the backfield. He put it in the fullback's belly, but then continued like it was going to be option. They sold the option part well. Berwick's defense widened on the perimeter to play option, and the fullback got a huge lane. Only DeAndrea's speed able to get that down.
39 yards in the carry by Preston Reed. First down, Valley View at the Berwick 39-yard line. Give to Reed again off the left side, and Reed powers still on his feet, breaking tackles inside the 20 and down the 11-yard line.
Now they didn't give him a chance to catch his breath, and he didn't need it. Give me that football. This time off the left side, in tight, makes the seam, bounces off people like a pinball, and I thought he was going to be brought down about 10, 12 yards into secondary, but he just kept on going.
28 yards on that carry by Preston Reed. Andy, on the 39-yard line, I thought it was mostly the blocking. That time it was all Preston Reed.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
From the 12-yard line of Berwick. I formation call off the right side, inside the 10, and into the end zone for a touchdown. Valley View answers that quickly. Cam Higgins on the carry for the score from 12 yards out.
It was that quick, Jim. They strapped it on. Got themselves angry after the Berwick touchdown, and boy, the offense came out explosively with 3 running plays. 2 by the fullback. Finish it off with Cam Higgins' 12-yard run.
3 plays, 79 yards. As Bekele will attempt the extra point. Jacob Bekele, a low line drive, but it gets through there. Timeout in the field, 4:03 to go, third quarter. Valley View 27, Berwick 13. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
You've been listening to Berwick Bulldogs football on Pop Radio. Brought to you by Blaze Alexander.
No, not that one.
Talk about a momentum change. Berwick had scored to pull to within 20-13. Valley View 79 yards in 3 plays. All 3 running plays. And they have upped their lead to 27-13. They are going to put a huge rushing number on Berwick in this one tonight. Still 4:03 to go in the third.
The strength of the team. I wondered why they were messing some with the pass to end the last half. Your strong running game gets the score.
Zwolinski's kick will be fielded up the middle by Tyler Winter. Winter on return to the 30, 35, up to the 37. Nice return by Tyler Winter.
Yes, it was. Eventually pulled down by Sebastianelli. Berwick needs to come back and match that touchdown, Jim. Keep themselves in this one. They took advantage of a blocked punt. They had the momentum. They were able to make some plays and get themselves in. Now they have to regroup after the strong Cougar 3-play rushing drive for a score.
Yeah, that is a demoralizer. 39-yard run by Preston Reed, 28-yard run by Reed, and then the 12-yard touchdown run by Cam Higgins. Bulldogs, 1st and 10 at their 37. Slot to the right side. Back to throw. Ethan Lear fires a bullet pass and has his man, Billy Hansen, out at midfield.
Real nice timing on that. Hansen looked like he was going to go deeper as he's coming down the left hash. Instead of squaring, he actually comes back toward the quarterback a little bit. Quarterback Ethan Lear drills it in with perfect timing.
Billy Hansen's having a terrific night catching the football for 13 yards. 1st and 10, Berwick at midfield. Slot to the right. Lear gives the ball to Winter. Hit at the line of scrimmage. He will not get to the line of scrimmage as he's pushed back. Zach Zwolinski among the people in on the play from his linebacker spot.
Yeah, he was the impact hit, Jim. He saw it, he read it, he crashed on through. Gave Billy Winter no place to run. He'll lose a yard.
Tyler Winter unable to get anything going there. 2nd down and 11. Berwick at the 49-yard line. Estrella in the game as a wide receiver right, one of 3 receivers, joining Wilkerson and Hansen. 2nd and 11. Lear out of the gun. Has the snap. Back to throw. Big pass rush. He's going to carry it. He gets to the 45 and all the way to the 37-yard line, but a flag out of the play.
Oh, he sold it so well. It looked like it was going to be a quick little hitch pass off to the right. That moved the defensive end out, created the lane for him, and boy, he hit it nicely. Beautiful running. The hold not really needed as part of the play, behind the play. Again, Berwick hurting themselves with penalties at inopportune times.
Yeah, this is a killer.
Was it a hold or a face mask? Went 15 yards.
Yeah. They indicated hold.
Unless it was 5 yards behind on the fake pass, but
That's a rule change this year. That's supposed to come from the line of scrimmage.
I thought so, too.
I don't understand this at all. Second down and 24 for Berwick, back at the 36-yard line. Lear back to throw, dumps it out, has Tyler Winter all alone at the 45-yard line. The pass a little beyond his reach. Oh, there was running room down this near sideline if he grabs it.
Touch pass, put the formation to the right, get the defense thinking that way. Take it, drop back a few steps, and then float it to the quarterback on that little circle route out of the backfield. He's only about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. But, just off his fingertips, slightly overthrown on the touch pass.
Third down and 24. Desperation time, Berwick, from their 36-yard line. A quick out to Estrella. He drops the football. Gets on it. Are they going to say a fumble and a recovery by him? It looks that's how they're going to rule it, because they mark it at the 39-yard line, so they'll pick up 3 on the play.
What would you have called, Jim? A drop?
I'd say incomplete.
Yeah, I think so, too. If the Cougars recover that, you'd really be upset, but you'll take the 3-yard gain rather than the drop.
Luke Peters back to punt. Again, Berwick not able to overcome a penalty. Kick very, very high as Higgins has a man miss him and comes to the 40 and out to the 43-yard line. Boy, there was a man right in his face with a great opportunity to make the catch. Make the tackle. Not able to do it. As a result, good field position. Probably should have been a fair catch for Higgins, but he didn't go that way, and makes a pretty nice return to the 43.
It's awkward sometime. You know they have to let you catch the ball before they can hit you, and the man got there kind of squared up and then just never finished after the catch was made.
1:31 to go, third quarter. Valley View 27, Berwick 13. Cougars first and 10 at their 43-yard line. As Reed gets the call, Preston Reed is hit back by Billy Hansen after a gain of about 3 to the 46-yard line. Hansen gets up limping. He'll go to the sideline, be replaced in the secondary by a ninth grader, Gavin Galusha.
He made a nice hit coming up from the safety. You know, people aren't in a big hurry often to hit that fullback when he has the head of steam. But 3 or 4 other blue jerseys rallied to the football, met him there. And then I think as he's sort of holding on to the runner, they might have stepped on his toe. So he'll limp off. See him back there soon.
2nd and 7 from the 46. Nick Koharski checks in the Wildcat. He'll take the snap, and he'll keep it himself off the left side, and Mike Fell rips him up.
Yeah.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Good play by him.
Coming from the left down end in the 3-man front, he was unblocked because the play was going to go away. But he showed the quickness, read the play well. And when Koharski sort of slowed to follow the blockers, he's going to knock him for the loss.
So Casey Malsberger, the usual quarterback, will check in for Valley View on this 3rd down and 7. Cougars at their 46-yard line, and they'll have time to talk about this one as the third quarter has come to an end. 3 in the books at Crispin. 27-13 Valley View. You're listening to Berwick Football Pop Radio.
Don't let orthopedic issues keep you from doing what you love. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute is your orthopedic partner in Hazleton. With same-day appointments available, our team of experts treat everything from joint pain and sports injuries to orthopedic trauma. Live life fully again with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, located at 26 Station Circle in the Humboldt Industrial Park. Visit lvhn.org/ortho or call 833-LV-ORTHO. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Hi, this is Jonathan from Nespoli Jewelers in Berwick. We are happy to announce that once again we will have the Nespoli Jewelers Athlete of the Week throughout this football season. Each week, the Berwick coaches will choose an athlete who worked hard, was a good teammate, and put forth his best effort all week. We will announce this student athlete on this station prior to the Berwick football game, and we will be honoring him by donating $100 in his name to the charity of his choice. For more information on the chosen Nespoli Athlete of the Week, please visit us on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
the home of the Berwick Bulldogs. This is W234BH Berwick at 94.7, WBWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, W288CF Danville at 105.5, and streaming online at thisispopradio.com. Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
Screen to Reed, and the big fullback is going the distance. Turns the corner, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He is in for a touchdown. Valley View probably has put this one away on the first play of the fourth quarter.
He's something. A lot of motion early. They moved people around. And with all that window dressing, they weren't ready for the inside screen. The sole man in the backfield, Preston Reed. He caught it, had the blocks. One was a push from behind that wasn't seen by the officials. Don't know if it was needed. In any case, Preston Reed is going to cap off a very, very strong running game with a beautiful pass reception and run after the catch on that screen.
54 yards on the play. Boy, Preston Reed has been the man. Coming in based on the numbers from the opener against Crestwood, we were looking for Cam Higgins to be the main ball carrier for the Cougars tonight, but Preston Reed has been the man, mostly on the ground, but that time in the air. And what a crushing blow to Berwick on the first play of this fourth quarter. There is a Bulldog down. They're tending to him at the 48-yard line. Does look like a cramping situation.
Josh Kishbaugh trying to get in from the outside at his linebacker, his cornerback position, chasing that screen down. Might have been the man got pushed from behind, but as you mentioned, Jim, stretching that leg out like it's in the Charlie horse area, hamstring or in the calf. In fact, the player went to check on him and just now kind of said, "Oh, you're okay."
You know, I know fullback is not a popular position anymore in the sport of football on the higher levels, but boy, if there's anybody out there looking for one,
oh boy,
I have a recommendation.
Yeah.
Preston Reed.
Very physical player, Jim, and then add the running element, add that he can catch the ball. No, I just like he plays it with a growl. He's a strong player, and try not to get in his way because he'll come at you.
I should warn the colleges they have a year to wait. Reed is just a junior. As McKelly will attempt the extra point. It was Josh Kishbaugh that was injured, and it was a cramp, and he came off jogging, so he's okay. It's the snap replacement. McKelly's kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field, 11:47 to go. Valley View 34, Berwick 13. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Reds Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else? Well, Reds Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding. Specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Reds Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties. With owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Berwick pulled within 7 in that third quarter. Thought they were back in this football game, but Valley View said no, sir, as they have scored on 2 consecutive possessions. Still a long way to go, 11:47, but the lead has ballooned to 34-13. Nice setup on that touchdown pass to Preston Reed.
It really was. There was all sorts of shifting. 2-3 receivers one way, one going the other way, and with all that, you call it window dressing. You look this way, you look that way, you widen, you spread. And then to throw basically a little center screen to your fullback, the only man in the middle. And to have the blocking from the offensive line, able to spring them.
Zach Zwolinski will kick it off. It'll be fielded on the run by Braylon Hawkins after the short kick. He's over the 30 and is gang tackled over the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. So that's where Berwick will put in play for their first possession of this final period. Bulldogs now trailing by a score of 34-13. They'll be back here at Crispin Field next Friday. Take on the Comets of Abington Heights. We'll check on Abington Heights, they were locked at halftime into a close game with Wilkes-Barre area. Again, Julie Lentz will bring us updated on the scoreboard in our post-game show here tonight. So the Bulldogs to the line of scrimmage. Hanson wide left. Wilkerson in a slot to that side. And Valley View jumps across.
Yes, they do, without any reason to. One of the people out there, Aiden Muchel, getting a head start on the play, so Berwick will have a 1st and 5. Better field position.
At the 43-yard line. As Bulldogs, advantageous first down situation now. Out of the pistol, Winter is the running back. He gets the call, and he's got some running room. Tyler Winter, the first over midfield to the Valley View 45-yard line. Good effort by him.
Tom Mimo getting in there and tripping him up before he can go much further than that. But what a great sprint after the penalty.
13 yards in the carry by Tyler Winter. First down call, Winter again off the left side. This time he'll pick up close to 5 as he gets to the 39-yard line, and Berwick has upped the tempo as they come right to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 5. Lear gives the ball to Winter off the left side, and he'll be stopped short of the sticks as he gets to about the 36-yard line of Valley View.
Johnny Marino coming on over and making the tackle. 3 carries in a row for Winter. I sometimes like to bury that running back, afraid he's going to fatigue a little bit.
3rd down and 3. Berwick at the Valley View 36-yard line.
Keep your eye on the quarterback running this one.
Harrison Snyder on a wing to the right side. And rolling to the right is Lear. He stops. He throws into traffic, and the ball is
dropped.
Incomplete. What very, very dangerous throw. In fact, it looked like Valley View had their choice of interceptors, but couldn't come up with it.
Valley View man in front, Berwick man behind, another Berwick man behind that, and a Cougar behind that. And I can't say dropped. It was more that it got batted down to the ground. A little bit of a dangerous throw, but you're in desperation times here. Berwick will go for it on 4th down. Keep your eye on the running quarterback. Wide side of the field is to the right as they're near the left hash.
And Hanson is the wide receiver to the left. 4th down call. Ethan Lear fakes handoff, keeps the football himself, gets a nice surge from that offensive front, and does pick up the first down.
I like the design of that play. He's faking to the running back, Winter, who hits the hole behind the surge. And then he follows and almost pushes Winter and gets himself the yardage.
So 4-yard carry and a first down at the 32-yard line. Lear going to keep it himself, trying to get outside right. Valley View strings it out well. And I don't think he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
No, probably lost a yard. Played the sweeping quarterback very well. I think it was one of the halftime adjustments not to let that quarterback get free on the outside. And they've been stronger with it in this half against Berwick.
They did give him a yard to the 31, so it's 2nd down and 9. Bulldogs at the Valley View 31. Slot to the left side. Lear back to throw. Big pass rush. Fires beyond the reach of Billy Hanson, but Gianni Marino, great pass rush in the face of Lear, causes the incompletion. Now it's 3rd and 9, Bulldogs at the Cougar 31.
They've been sprinting the quarterback out, and he's been having success when he gets wide. But now the Cougars aren't letting him get wide, forced to stay in the pocket, and the rush comes up the middle.
3rd down call. Berwick will send Josh Kishbaugh and Ty Wilkerson wide to the left. Hanson wide right with a defender right in his face. Lear fires over the middle, incomplete. Ball thrown into the ground.
Design of the play was to pull the left tackle, have Wilkerson belly inside of that. Use the block like a little screen and run. But the Cougars, with their defense, threw the timing of all that off, and there was just nowhere to go. We'll have a 4th down play from scrimmage coming.
9 to go for the first down. The ball at the Valley View 31-yard line with 9:29 to go in the game. And Valley View in control, leading this one 34-13.
I think Berwick's going to stop, think about it, get some water.
They will use a timeout here. We'll take one as well. 34-13, Valley View, 9:29 to go. You're listening to Berwick Football and Pop Radio.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
9:29 to go in the football game. Valley View in control, 34-13. Berwick following their timeout, facing a 4th and 9, but they have it at the Valley View 31-yard line.
They have it on the right hash. Quarterback's been having success by rolling to his right. That would be the short side. Don't know how well he is throwing if he rolls to his left, the wide side of the field. Keep an eye on that, though.
Hansen was at a good night catching the football. Doesn't join the Berwick huddles. He stays as a wide out to this right side. Slot to either side. Here's a 4th and 9. Lear out of the gun, has the snap, straight drop back to throw, fires a bullet pass. Wilkerson makes the grab. Did he get the first down? He's close. Bullet pass intended for Ty Wilkerson, who makes a nice grab. Very, very close. Let's see. It looks like it will be a Berwick first down. So a nice 4th down conversion.
It's up to the receiver to make sure he gets past the chains, and Ty Wilkerson did. Tight coverage. You have to really thread that in, but it's a 4th down pass. You may as well throw it. If it's intercepted, you're turning it over anyway on downs. So a nice play. Quarterback put a little zip on it. Wilkerson with good hands.
From the 22-yard line. Slot to either side. Tyler Winter gets the call. He'll lose yardage back to the 27-yard line.
Well, nowhere to go. Rob Nolan, defensive end, not blocked, and an outside linebacker along with him. So 2 people there that he's going to have to beat. He just can't do it. No one can.
2nd down and 15, Berwick. Back at the Cougar 27-yard line. Again, a slot to either side. Braylon Hawkins in a slot to the left. Lear has the shotgun snap, and he's back to throw, and he has some time, and he fires the sideline. Wilkerson makes a nice catch down around the 19-yard line, but good hands by the sophomore Ty Wilkerson.
Patrick McIntyre, the outside linebacker, is pretty much draped on him there on the sideline. Not an interference call, but a tough catch to make with all that distraction.
It will bring up a 3rd down and 8, 7 yards on that reception from the Valley View 20-yard line. Back to throw, firing is Wilk and trying to get away, and doing so is Winter, and he's all the way down to the 5-yard line. Tyler Winter makes a good grab and then a terrific run after the catch.
Really was. He caught it with coverage, and he was low. He spun low, and the question is, did his knee hit? But it didn't. Able to break free from that and then extend the play quite a bit.
13 yards on the reception to Tyler Winter. 1st and goal, Berwick. At the 7. Lear fakes handoff, keeps the football, has some running room down toward the 2, maybe the 1-yard line off that right side.
Faking to the running back and then running right behind him yet again. We saw it earlier in this drive. And again, very successful, putting him down in scoring range.
They have the ball at the 2-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Tyler Winter is the lone running back. Quarterback keeper straight ahead by Lear. No indication from the officials So
Very
as they
close,
umpile, it'll be 3rd and goal. Maybe the 1, maybe closer as they umpile.
Try to see where they're going to put that spot, and it's going to be right about the 1 yard line, Jim. Keep an eye on Lear yet again.
3rd down and goal, Berwick. Lear gives the winner off the right side. He's hit hard, but second effort gets him in the end zone for the touchdown. Tyler Winter with a strong carry, and Berwick with a nice-looking drive.
It really was. Nice mix of run and pass, finishing it off with quarterback runs. And the handoff to Tyler Winter. He's going to run behind Chase Shuckers and Matt Gardner around the right side. They're going to give him the blocks he needs to get it across the plane into the end zone.
Luke Peters will attempt the extra point. Snap, placement. Kick is up, and the kick appeared to be blocked. It was. It goes no good. Time on the field, 7:14 to go in the game. Valley View 34. Berwick 19. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Planning your next big event? Weddings, concerts, church festivals, even construction sites. Preferred Portables has you covered. Preferred Portables offers a luxury restroom trailer that even has hot water. No power? No problem. They can provide a generator to keep the lights on. They even provide sanitary service to campgrounds, parks, parties, and have 24-hour emergency service. Contact Preferred Portables to learn about event and contractor pricing. Check out their website, preferredportables.com. We're number 1 when you have to go number 2.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
7:14 to go, 34-19. Valley View. Berwick just completed a 9-play, 69-yard drive and the 1-yard touchdown run by Tyler Winter. Andy, the Bulldogs defense obviously still a work in progress, but a lot of good signs offensively in this second game of the season.
Yeah, they're able to get Tyler Winter on track a little bit, and when he's going, then Ethan Lear runs off of it, goes well. And some nice passing along the way throughout that drive by Ethan Lear, finding a lot of Ty Wilkerson as well as others.
Luke Peters' kick is a nice one. Very, very high. And back to the 5-yard line is Cam Higgins. Wilkerson gets a hand on him. Can't get him down, but then he's brought down about the 20. Nice coverage downfield for the Bulldogs and a terrific kickoff by Luke Peters.
Everett Snyder, the man finishing off the tackle, stopping that man from going any further. Yeah, nice deep kick. And that certainly helps with field position.
7:07 remaining in the game. Valley View 34, Berwick 19. Cougars 1st and 10. They have it at their own 20-yard line. This Valley View team has run up some big, big numbers in the rushing game both of the first 2 weeks of this season. They'll mix in an occasional pass, but their power is the running game. I formation. Preston Reed is the fullback. The call goes to Higgins off the right side, bounces it outside right. He's still on his feet and gets over the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Good first down carry for Cam Higgins.
Braylon Hawkins as well as Alec Estrella coming on in. But again, they're back in the secondary, back in that second level of things. They'll get 7 yards on that run for Higgins.
Second down upcoming. They need 3 close to the 27-yard line.
Mentioned the strong running. Cam Higgins now with 56 yards. Preston Reed at 125, plus the strong screen pass game, 54 yards on that.
Second down call coming. Backs in an open set behind Mausberger. Reed gets the call. The big guy has the first down and then some over the right side as he powers out to about the 32-yard line.
Berwick has people in position, but between the blockers and the power of the runner, you're not going to bring him down until he has 4 yards and has the chains.
Well, the ideal situation for Valley View would be to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this one on ice. We're now under 6 minutes to play. We mentioned Berwick will be here against Abington Heights next week. Valley View will be home against Honesdale. First down, Cougars at their 32. I formation, Higgins at the tail. He gets the call, has some running room off the left side, drags tacklers, out to the 38-yard line. Good first down carry for Cam Higgins.
They're just very physical, Jim. We haven't given their offensive line the credit, but it's a group that has size, 244 pounds a man. They come off the ball, they engage, they stay on their people, move them some, and then the power of those running backs move things even more.
2nd down and 4. Valley View milking this fourth quarter clock as we come down to 5 minutes remaining. They have it at their own 38. Slot to the right. I formation. Higgins gets the call, looks for room, tries to bounce away. He won't bounce away ultimately from Berwick's Jimmy DeAndrea, who wraps him up.
Again, they had that sort of nice engagement. Things got held up. But eventually when he tries to break away, DeAndrea is there in position to bring him down.
And Berwick has used a timeout. 4:44 to go. Bulldogs trail 34-19. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
4 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the home opener for the Bulldogs. They trail Valley View 34-19. And following the Berwick timeout, Bulldogs have 1 remaining. Valley View with the ball at their own 38-yard line, facing a 3rd down and 4.
Ball near the center of the field, a little bit to the right. Quarterback probably more in drop-back mode. If they choose to pass, I think they'll run it.
Backs in an open set. Malsberg's going to keep it himself off the left side. Berwick defends it very well. He'll lose yardage back to the 32-yard line. Gavin Galusha, a 9th grader, coming up, helping to make the play. Josh Kishbaugh played that well as well.
Yes, he did. Galusha coming on in as the man tried to get wide. The quarterback had nowhere to run as Galusha got in his face, forced him back, and that'll be about a 6-yard loss.
4th and 9. Braylon Hawkins back in single safety, anticipating the punt from Zach Swolinski. Gets the kick away. Very, very high. Fair catch by Hawkins. He muffs it. It comes to a Berwick player who is brought down at the 41-yard line. There's a flag down the play. Josh Kishbaugh alertly picks it up.
The flag came, I believe, while the punt was in the air, and it was about 30 yards downfield. So I'm a bit mystified as to what this can be. I'll sort it out. Very high punt. Sometimes they're a little hard to see. Misplayed, but Berwick had a man in the area.
A little bit of a slow call coming.
I don't know what this can be. I'm going to say illegal participation by Berwick. Is that illegal? 2 hands on the head. I'm confused. Can't be.
Whatever it is, it's a big penalty.
Just, it's illegal participation where you're actually part of a play.
Well, if it was the 12th man who made that play and got the football, it was worth it.
It was worth it, yeah.
Berwick, 1st and 10th, their own 28-yard line. 4:01 to go in the game. Last time the Bulldogs had it to put together a terrific drive, 9 plays, 69 yards for a touchdown. Let's see what they have up their sleeve now as they put it in play. Ethan Lear, who's had his moments tonight from that quarterback spot, awaiting the shotgun snap. He's back to throw. Big pass.
Halloran, 71 tackles last year, had a strong game.
Defensive ends. That's pretty darn good.
Yes, it is.
Lear back to throw on 2nd and long. Big pass rush again. Flag down, probably a hold behind the line of scrimmage. Lear will carry the football. Great effort by him. It'll probably go for naught as he gets up to the 39-yard line.
That would have been a 20-yard gain. It would have had to change. But a hold behind the play, one that may have brought a sack to him if it wasn't. Now it's going to go back, and Berwick's going to go back even further.
Yeah, Bulldogs look good on their last possession, long scoring drive, but this one is going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, some sloppy penalties. An extra man on the field. A punt that's not caught. They end up getting it back. Then the sack. Then a penalty here.
It's the ball all the way back to the 10-yard line. So 2nd and 29. Well, maybe a wild play here. That is a full moon up there.
Yes, it is. Very.
Slot to the left side. Lear out of the gun. Has the snap. Fires to the far side. Has Ty Wilkerson, but he is brought down at the 13-yard line. Pickup of only 3 on the play. But I tell you, Wilkerson, as this season progresses, I think is going to be a big part of this Berwick offense. We know he has the speed, and tonight he has shown very good hands.
That's his 3rd catch for 18 yards. Looked very nice on that. Sebastianelli wrapped him up very quickly as he was playing behind him.
3rd and 24 from the 15. Lear has the snap and he rolls right. Ethan Lear dumps a pass out to Billy Hansen, tries to make a man miss but can't, and is brought down at the 25-yard line. Nice tackle in the open field.
Hansen's 5th catch of the game. Measure that one out, Jim, because his numbers have been impressive.
Robert Sebastianelli made the nice tackle in the open field for Valley View. So they'll pick up about 11 on that play. 4th down. Berwick will go for it with 2:24 to go in the game, even though they're back at their 25-yard line. 4th and 14. Lear back to throw. Looking for Hansen into traffic, and he came back and almost made the catch at the 45-yard line.
Would have had to change. Came back to look at it. You noticed he was covered with 2 people zeroing in on him. Unable to finish the catch, though.
Nice throw by Lear. I don't know. We'll see with Andy's stats at the end of the game, ultimately, what the final numbers are in Ethan Lear, but I liked a lot of what he's done tonight.
Billy Hansen now has 5 catches for 85 yards. We mentioned Wilkerson with 3 for 18. Estrella has a 3-yarder. Winters a 13-yarder. There's been some drops as well where you can't really blame him.
Valley View, 1st and 10 at the Berwick 26-yard line. Power eye to the right side. It's Higgins on the call. Cam Higgins off the right. Will pick up about 4 to the 22-yard line.
Again, it's been the running game of the Cougars that has dominated, earned them the victory in this one as we count it down. Just about 2 minutes to go. Cam Higgins with 67 yards on the ground. Backfield mate Preston Reed, they call him a fullback, 129 yards on the ground, and had a 54-yard touchdown reception on a screen pass.
Preston Reed was shaken up on that play. He was down, bringing the trainers on. He wanted to stay on, but you can't when you stop play for his injury. He's walking off under his own power. Don't expect to see him anymore, but what a night he had.
I just went over his numbers, Jim, and what a ball player. You mentioned the college scouts will have interest in him, but they're going to have to wait yet another year as he's only a junior.
Clock running, 1:50 to go. Final arithmetic, the only thing in doubt here. See if Valley View wants to put one on the Bulldogs here, or they're content with the score being as it is. As Malsberger gives to Higgins. Cam Higgins, great effort by him. Gets to the 20-yard line. Berwick got good penetration, but wait, he just kept those legs churning.
He did, and he broke it off to the left, but then great effort by Berwick as 3 or 4 more people rallied to the football to bring him down.
3rd down and 4 for Valley View. So they'll let that play clock wind down. Is this Reed coming back in the game? Yes.
He's a gamer.
Yeah, he might be a gamer.
I wouldn't let him in.
I would not.
No.
I would not.
I certainly wouldn't call his number.
From the 20-yard line. Toss to Cam Higgins, trying to get outside right. He's got some running room, and he is dragged down across the way at around the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Liam Carroll bringing him down to the linebacker position. But again, the Cougars winning the battle at the line of scrimmage, and people have to take the angle somewhat backward in order to get the runners.
54 seconds remaining. The ball at the 11-yard line. That was a 9-yard pickup for Cam Higgins. He had 96 yards in their opener, and he's having a pretty good night tonight.
You have him with 81 yards now. Preston Reed with 129.
From the 11-yard line, Zach Zwolinski will come on to do the wildcat or quarterbacking.
Going to reset the play clock.
54 seconds to go in the game. Slow developing play as Malsberger went to the sideline. I'd like to see Valley View take a knee here with 54 to go.
Run vanilla.
Game
stop them.
No longer in doubt. The fumble by the quarterback. Scramble is on about the 12-yard line.
Cougars got it back. Cam Higgins wrestling it away. Ball came down straight to the ground and bounced to the right behind the right tackle, and that's where Higgins came up with it.
No, he did not. No, he did not. The referee signaling Berwick got on the football, so it's a moot point whether Valley View's going to go for another score or not as they cough it up. And Berwick takes it over at their 12-yard line with 49 seconds to play.
Thought he had it chested, but Berwick must have out-wrestled him for that football. Nice turnover to prevent another score from icing this and making it look like 40-something to 19. 34-19 is still convincing enough, but you don't want that last one put on.
Lear out of the gun from the 11. Back to throw. Rolls right. In trouble and just avoids the safety as he pushes it out to about the 2-yard line.
It's that big defensive end coming in, getting in his face again, Steve Howler and Jim. Thought he was going to be able to dump it out one way or the other. He had half of a roll to the right, but he couldn't throw it left or right or down the middle, so he takes the sack and almost takes a safety.
Clock winding down, maybe the final play of the game. Berwick at their own 3-yard line. Lear out of the gun from his end zone, fires incomplete. So the game stays alive, 8 seconds remaining. And Berwick 3rd down and long from back at their 2-yard line. Don't know how Valley View will do overall this season. I think they have a chance to do some special things. It's a pretty good team.
I think they're very good in the running game, and I think it's a passing game that will develop. They certainly do have the receivers. Which quarterback can get them the ball is the question. Defensively, very strong.
And that is it. The final score, Valley View 34, Berwick 19. Stay with us for the post game. We'll have scores of other games with Julie Lentz. We'll have the stats with Andy Ulickney, and I'll bring you the scoring when we return. You're listening to Berwick Football and Pop Radio.
Planning your next big event? Weddings, concerts, church festivals, even construction sites. Preferred Portables has you covered. Preferred Portables offers a luxury restroom trailer that even has hot water. No power? No problem. They can provide a generator to keep the lights on. They even even provide sanitary service to campgrounds, parks, parties, and have 24-hour emergency service. Contact Preferred Portables to learn about event and contractor pricing. Check out their website, preferredportables.com. We're number one when you have to go number two.
Looking for convenient and reliable dumpster rentals for your residential or commercial project? EcoFirst Logistics has you covered with dumpster rentals from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. Their dumpster rental service is designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly. Whether you're planning a construction or renovation project, junk removal, or a major cleanup, they carry a range of dumpster sizes to fit your needs and ensure that what can be saved is sorted out. On the web at eco-firstlogistics.com or on Facebook.
Hi, this is Cassidy from the Independence Ford Service Department, Route 11 in Bloomsburg. Does your Ford or Lincoln vehicle need service? Having trouble getting an appointment at your usual service center? At Independence Ford, we can and will take care of all your service needs. Regardless of where you purchase your Ford or Lincoln vehicle, our goal is to get you back on the road. Give me a call for an appointment today at 784-1414.
Come and get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Independence Ford, better people, better prices.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 30 years experience and new Bulldog wear for every age, including masks, tees, polos, sweater shirts, jackets, and hats. They even have brand new indestructible silicone cups, koozies, car coasters, decals, and more. Shop at masonsmonogram.com for their new items and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogram for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
As a community bank, First Columbia Bank and Trust knows the value of helping our young people dream, excel, and reach their goals. For more than 120 years, First Columbia has been committed to helping our communities prosper and our youth succeed. We're proud to invest in our youth through athletics, the arts, and education. First Columbia Bank and Trust, with you and your children every step of the way.
Every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
Hi, this is Jonathan from Nespoli Jewelers in Berwick. We are happy to announce that once again we will have the Nespoli Jewelers Athlete of the Week throughout this football season. Each week, the Berwick coaches will choose an athlete who worked hard, was a good teammate, and put forth his best effort all week. We will announce this student athlete on this station prior to the Berwick football game, and we will be honoring him by donating $100 in his name to the charity of his choice. For more information on the chosen Nespoli Athlete of the Week, please visit us on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
This is Berwick football coach Mike Bennett. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Disappointing home opener for the Bulldogs. They drop a decision to Valley View, 34-19. Valley View got started quickly after a nice opening kick return by Cam Higgins, and he finished off a 9-play, 59-yard drive with a 3-yard touchdown. Valley View led after one quarter, 7-0. In the second quarter, Billy Hansen, who played well on both sides of the football for the Bulldogs, recovered a fumble by Valley View at the Berwick 47. And then Hansen finished it off as Ethan Lear rolled right, found him downfield, 41 yards for the touchdown. The extra point attempt failed, but Valley View's lead was cut to 7-6. The Cougars added to that lead later in the second quarter. Got a 35-yard run by Preston Reed, then a 30-yard completion to Kyle Roop, and finally Casey Bowlsberger, the quarterback, and a 1-yard keeper. And he extended the lead. The kick failed, but it was 13-6 Valley View. And they added to that lead on a 4-yard touchdown run by Zach Swilinski, capping a 9-play, 41-yard drive with just 33 seconds to go in the half. The extra point by Bekele, and Valley View went in leading 20-6. Berwick got back in the game in the third quarter. 7-play, 31-yard drive after a blocked punt. And Ethan Lear went in with a 1-yard keeper. Peters with the extra point, and Berwick was within 7, 20-13. So Shucker's big special teams play leading to a score. And the Bulldogs were in it with 5:14, but that lasted just a couple of plays as Valley View came back with a vengeance. 3 plays, 79 yards. Preston Reed runs a 39-28, and then Cam Higgins from 12 yards out for the score. Bekele with the extra point. 27-13 Cougars after 3. First play of the fourth quarter, backbreaker for Berwick. 3rd down and 7. Inside screen to Preston Reed, the fullback, and he goes 54 yards for the score. And after the extra point by McKelly, 34-13 Cougars. Berwick had another scoring drive in them. 9 plays, 69 yards. Tyler Winter in from 1 yard out for the score. Winter had the longest play on the drive, a 13-yard pass completion from Ethan Lear. Extra point attempt was blocked, and there was no other scoring. Final score here, Valley View 34 and Berwick 19. That's the final from here. For a look at scores from other games, let's go to Julie Lentz. Julie?
Thanks again, Jim. A lot of these are in final, just like we are. Southern Columbia, no surprise. They beat Shamokin 41-0 final. Dallas at Crestwood are tied. It's still in the fourth, 35-35. Abington Heights is ahead of Wilkes-Barre area, 35-21 in the fourth. Danville is ahead of Lyon Mountain, 51-7 in the fourth. Wallenpaupack, this is a final. They beat Hazleton area 28-21. Williamsport beat they're in the third, sorry. Williamsport is ahead of Pittston area 25-2. Scranton beat Wyoming Valley West 29-0 in the final. This is a third. Central Mountain is ahead of Bloomsburg 41-7. Mifflinburg, this is a final. They beat Central Columbia 35-28. Jersey Shore blowout. They beat my alma mater, Lewisburg, 53-0. That's a final. Loyal Sock beat Hughesville 46-0. Final. Mount Carmel beat Dunmore 34-7. Mifflin County beat Shikellamy 23-6. Sealands Grove beat Juniata 38-8. Troy beat Montoursville 38-7. And then this is a fourth. Milton is ahead of Towanda 27-0. That's all I got tonight, so let's head back to the Crispin Field with Jim and Andy.
Okay, thank you very much, Julie. The final here is 34-19. Valley View over Berwick. Stats from tonight's game, Andy Lickney.
Well, Valley View had the better of it, Jim. 244 yards on the ground, 118 in the air, total of 362 yards. For the passing, Casey Malsberger, I believe, did all the passing, although there were 3 different quarterbacks within the game. He was 6 of 10, no interceptions for the 118 yards. Chris Savkov caught 2 in the first half for 19. Kyle Roop caught 2 for 42 in that first half. Gianni Marino got a 3-yarder in the first half. The only completion, the only pass thrown by the Cougars in the second half was a 54-yard inside screen to Preston Reed, who had a tremendous game. Along with his 54-yard reception for a touchdown on the ground, the guy known as the blocking fullback had 11 carries for 129 yards. Very impressive performer. Cam Higgins, the tailback, he finished with 17 carries for 81 yards. Then the quarterback carousel, Nick Kaharski, 4 carries for 6. Zach Swalinski, 5 carries for 31. And Casey Malsberger, he had a touchdown, but he also suffered a sack. 3 for -3 overall for him. A net on the 40 rushes of 244 yards. Add the 118 in the air, and a dominant 362 yards for the Valley View Cougars in total offense. For Berwick, 81 on the ground, 119 in the air for even 200 yards on the game. Tyler Winter, 13 carries for 39 yards. Jimmy DeAndrea, 2 carries for 20 yards. Ty Wilkerson on an end around, 4 yards there. Ethan Lear was busy at quarterback in the rushing numbers, 14 in all for 18 yards. While he had a lot of good positive runs and critical conversion runs that were short, a touchdown in there, he also suffered a few sacks toward the end of the game. 14 carries, 18 yards. Passing for Ethan Lear, I have him with 10 completions in 22 attempts. There are a number of drops in there, though. 119 yards in the air. Billy Hansen was the go-to man on the game. 5 catches, 85 yards. Ty Wilkerson showed some good flashes. 3 catches for him for 18. Alex Estrella caught one for 3, and Tyler Winter a nice catch for 13 yards for him. So for Berwick, 119 in the air, 81 on the ground, 200 yards, but it was Valley View's 362 that was able to dominate this game, Jimmy.
Well, you'd like to think that when you go from game 1 to game 2, you show some improvement. I'm not sure Berwick made some big steps defensively. Offensively, for sure, they look pretty good.
I thought so. I like what I'm seeing of Ethan Lear. I like the way he's running the game. I like the play selection that I'm seeing. I'd like to see them get a little more with the straight-ahead power offense with Tyler Winter, but that line's going to have to develop over the course of things, so pretty much it's the finesse, and Lear's going to benefit on that, and I think he's throwing nicely. Defensively, they're still learning the system, and I think right now they're a little bit outmanned in these first 2 games with some physical size of the opponents.
With the win, Valley View goes to 2-0. They'll take that record to a home game against Honesdale next Friday night. For the Bulldogs, they go to 0-2. They'll be here at Crispin Field against Abington Heights next Friday. We hope you'll join us for the broadcast. It'll start as usual with the Coach Bennett Show at 6. The final again tonight, Valley View 34, Berwick 19. For Andy Lickney and our producer, Julie Lentz, this is Jim Doyle reminding you heard it live on Pop Radio.
Reds Roofing, the roofing.